play me for no jibber jabber fool.
That's right.
That's fucking awesome.
It's always the weird
It's always
ones.
the weird ones.
What the fuck is
Right.
that?
Yeah, I
Make a
have
video
no
about
idea.
bug snacks or career opportunities.
And people are just like, hey, I wonder if people are actually looking for career opportunities.
That's what I'm wondering.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like, okay, these guys are talking about it. They're like, the fuck?
It's like what I thought
I
it
don't
was.
see how this will progress me in business.
These guys are kind of funny.
Gotcha.
Now, like, share, subscribe. All right, we going for it. Going for it. Look at all these things we got here.
Check.
We should manage our goals.
Yeah, that's what we need to start with.
We really
Managing
do.
our
I
goals.
think that's a solid button right there. Has somebody here? Yo.
Hello.
Yo!
Welcome to the show.
What it up,
I'm Scott.
Trey?
And I'm Phil. Over here.
The Euro Butcher is at it again. This week we're talking about Thunderbolt Fantasy.
The land is clad in deepest blue. The shadow of eagles across the moon. Dude, I love the soundtrack.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Shit
Dude,
slaps.
that OP is hot.
It's
Oh,
hot.
who is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Nothing next to girl. It's like, whoa,
Is that
man.
the dude that does the powered up Bong Shishigami theme? Because that sounds
It
exactly
does sound
like that guy.
just like him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or false. We should look that
It
up.
sounds
what?
fucking just like that
It
guy.
does,
Is it-
yes.
I know not the OP, but I know the OST is Hiroyuki Sawano, the
Yes.
guy who did Attack on Titan. And,
Oh, yeah, totally. That's why it's got that sound.
That was,
yeah.
was it Psychopaths?
Psychopath.
Yeah.
I'll show the same shit.
Yeah,
Anyways,
man.
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Oh,
How you guys been this week?
oh,
Pretty good.
good. Talk about it, Philip.
Oh, I haven't really done shit but mess around with music.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I really
that
have
sounds
good
really
time.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't. I started drawing the Demogorgon.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's about it.
that looks good.
Right on.
I haven't played a goddamn thing.
Where can people see your
Oh,
charcoal
I
artwork?
actually have my link to my Instagram in our Twitch description.
Okay, so make sure to check that out. This boy is amazingly talented.
I got
it's
shit.
ridiculous. He got some shit.
Come check out Eddard.
Yeah. Check out them gloves, bro.
Yeah, man. I know the gloves, right?
Check out them
Right?
gloves. You might
Right.
get lost.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna say what I plan to do today. I'm gonna start doing this as regularly as I can. Probably on Saturdays as soon as we wrap
Time
up the
lapse.
thing. Man, that would be cool.
That would be dope.
The thing is, it would be like time lapse over 2 months of me working on
No
it
one
for
would know
10
that.
minutes at a time.
No one would know.
I'm gonna set this camera up a little bit differently. So right now you're looking at my room here. This is my mixing room. I'm gonna move this camera over to where I am, and you're gonna be able to look at it this way while I mix some stuff later. And I'm gonna start streaming that on my Twitch channel on Saturday afternoons.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that'd be a little bit more entertaining than watching me draw. Because seriously, I stare at it more than I'm working on it.
yeah, but if you time lapse it, then it doesn't matter.
That's right. Yeah.
You just like push right on through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. You just see a hand pop in occasionally.
Rest of the time, it's like, I guess he's just looking at it.
Yeah, that's it. Looking at it. Just staring. What should I do? But yeah.
Yeah, man, you over there, you diversifying your bonds.
That's it. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I like it.
You can hear me work on some of the intro tracks that you guys hear at the beginning of here. I'm going to go back through my catalog and kind of clean stuff up. Got some plugins I wanted to check out. Found a synthesizer I figure I could dick around with for an
Yeah, you
hour
were
and make
telling
some
me about
content.
Yeah.
I like silly noises. Don't you guys like silly noises?
Oh,
I
silly noises are
love
the
silly
best.
noises. Yeah. And this music is ours, so don't steal it.
Yeah, that's right. It's ours. Mhm.
Don't steal it.
You can't steal it. It's ours.
It's ours.
I have all the fucking tracks. Like, I can
And they're
prove
not,
that shit.
and they're not really anywhere.
Yeah, they're not. You can't even try to steal it. We'll make it into NFTs. Anyway,
Oh
you guys.
God, why?
What you been up to,
Why?
Trey?
This has been a weird little week, so I haven't really had a lot of time to really sit. Went to see Gogo Bordello perform at Iron City
Oh, cool.
on
That's who
Wednesday.
you went to
Hell
see.
That was
yeah.
dope. I went to go
God.
see them. There was a band called Amigo the Devil
Huh.
that opened for them,
Cool.
and they're phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Cool.
phenomenal. They're mind blowing, man.
Where they from?
I don't know anything about these guys. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those surprises. Like
Yeah.
I've never actually seen them before, never heard of them. But you know, it's funny because I knew you were going to ask me that question, and I thought about preparing for it, and I did not do that.
I just like to know. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
one
right.
of those things.
Hey, man. Hey, you're absolutely correct.
No.
Y'all can Google that shit. But they generally write songs about like serial killers.
Cool. Yeah.
Right.
Was that the guy with the banjo?
I love that
I guess-
response.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. I'm down.
You know, just some good old fashioned ultra violence.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that was the guy with the banjo.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The banjolin. He was playing a banjo, but he put like mandolin effects on it, and it confused everybody. I was like, "That's a banjo." They're like, "That's a mandolin." I was
It
like,
sounds,
"Bro,
yeah.
it's a
it
banjolin,"
sounds-
and that's why I
it's a
reached out to you
banjolin.
guys. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dude, come on! You
What
know,
is
I need
this?
some backup
Yep.
because nobody
Like,
around
it's a
me seems to
banjo.
know anything
But I
about
like it
anything."
how you had the good faith question to make
Yeah.
sure to be like, maybe it's a mandolin.
Uh-huh, exactly.
Like, look, I asked for y'all.
Right,
I'm
I'm
not
like, dude,
calling you guys.
I got a lifeline. What are you talking about, man? That's a banjo. It's just a sexy banjo.
Yeah.
You know, that was
Yeah.
like one of the most modern and stylish banjos I've ever seen in my life. So
I couldn't really see the video too much. I could just, you know.
oh
I could,
yeah,
I
it
could
gets
tell-
compressed to hell and back
That's-
when you
yeah.
text message
Yeah,
things like
man.
that. I try to keep it like really really short, but I'm sure it still got compressed.
Yeah.
Played a little bit of 14. Unlocked my parade chocobo, which you
Oh,
get
cool.
after you get 3,000 commendations,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a lot. So at the end of a run, if you run with random groups of people,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
throw commendations around. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't do it at all.
No.
Most people only give it to healers, and so you know, with me playing DPS and me playing tanks, and so yeah, once you get 3,000, you get a fat chocobo, and he's like, he is fat, bro. And so you're riding on his back, and you have like the Gishel greens because we all know that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
chocobos crave, and you got that on a stick, and all he's trying to do is eat it, dude. And so that's how you lead him around.
That's
And
great.
so yeah, when you're trying to like when you jump and fly, it's
Yeah.
so hilarious because you keep it just out of reach.
Is it like
Yeah.
that
This poor
summon?
boy.
What was that from 9? Or was it
Yeah,
from,
very yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
The-
the fat choco.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Eyes squinted shut.
Yeah.
You know,
I
he's
love
so
it.
fat he can't even open his eyes. Dope. And so
Swole up chocobo.
yeah, did a little bit of that. Experimented a little bit with Curse of the Dead Gods.
Oh, totally.
Download it. This
Yeah.
is for you.
Is it turn based?
No, it's not. No,
Okay.
this
The other
is
one
once
was
again.
turn based, right? What was the Darkest Dungeon?
Oh,
Because that's them too. It's the same
right,
developer.
right. Yes, yeah. That was turn based. This
Yeah.
is actually just a roguelike, very much like. For lack of a better term, Hades, except for it's
You're
more.
tired of calling things like
dude,
Hades.
You know, well, I mean, it was just like, you know, this whole thing happened. And actually, Curse of the Dead Gods came out shortly before Hades, but Hades
Oh.
overshadowed it.
Wow, it came out that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
This is like a 5-year-old game.
Right.
Yeah.
It just got released for PS4, PS5.
I saw
it was
that.
on PC, and but it has more of a focus on defense and parries.
Oh, cool.
And so yeah,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
like you
I hear
should
you.
should play.
I hear you.
For me, it's a little bit harrowing because you
Yeah.
also have like a stamina meter, and if you dodge too much, it takes away from that stamina.
Okay,
you
yeah.
use like two-handed weapons, it takes away from that stamina. And so it's like that little Souls light element as far as the combat.
But it's
but-
isometric?
yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's all about like you have a torch and you have to keep yourself in the light, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so you have to switch sometimes between like having that torch, you know, lighting up a torch on the wall, a sconce or whatever, and keeping yourself in the light. Enemies will put that out, and if they put it out, you take 50% more damage. You know, you're doing
Okay,
less.
you don't just die.
You don't just
It's not
die,
like
no,
Shadowgate
but
on
you
you.
you'll die real quick. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean they're coming
okay.
for you.
Yeah.
And
Does
so,
that also mean the lack of visibility of the enemies?
exactly? Well, really more so of traps.
Oh.
Yeah, man,
okay,
because those
yeah.
ground traps hurt, you know, and so it's really really cool. It does require a bit more of a more methodical gameplay style, so it can kind of slow down a little bit. From what I understand, once you get past that first area and go into the second area, you're a bit more powerful, so it's not really as slow going. But to get started is a little bit slower.
Is it more? is it more looter or just regular RPG kind of build up?
It's really more, I guess, still more looter.
Okay.
Because I mean, with it being that same style as like Hades, or as like fucking what's the name of the VR game we like so much, Until You Fall.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Every room gives you a power up, so you just select which room you want to go to and which power up you want to get there. And outside of that is still more action oriented.
Did you ever play Into the Pit?
No.
Yeah, that one might still be on Game Pass. It's this same idea, but it's like a first-person game that's a little bit more like Heretic and Hexen.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh, that's interesting.
Cool. It's cool.
Yeah. I kind of like my hack and slash, man.
Yeah, me too. I played it because it's it's its own thing, but
Right.
I'd rather play a hack and
Yeah,
slash.
Curse of the Dead Gods is also on PlayStation Plus right now, so it's free.
Yeah.
So definitely add it to your library.
grab
Do
it.
not forget, because I think you'll
I
really enjoy
forget
it.
all the time.
It happens. It'd be like that. That's the first thing I do on the 7th. I just go
Yeah.
ahead, add to my library, because FIFA's on there. I'm like, I don't want to play FIFA right now, but maybe I'll have somebody over one day and they want to play FIFA. You never know.
See, I can go ahead and make an executive decision and say I am never gonna fucking play FIFA.
Every once in a while, I want to play a
Yeah.
sports game, but I only want to play for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
oh wow,
And I'm like-
their costumes look
Yeah,
great.
I like to see
or
the
whatever.
technology. That's what it's
Yeah,
all about,
yeah.
man. It's
Look
like,
at the
oh,
sweat.
That looks dope.
done.
Or
Yeah.
from a distance when the camera's panned all the way out, it's like, wow.
It
okay,
actually
we're
looks like
getting
looking
close
at
to photorealism.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So I like to see that shit. And then the last thing that I checked out, I did the Operation Monarch thing. That's meh. I also checked out Fury. Fury just shadow dropped a fucking
yeah. We didn't add that to
expansion.
the list, so talk about it a
on the
little bit.
17th they dropped in what they called the Onimusha expansion. And
Not
so,
Onimusha.
Not Onimusha. I got excited for
I
it.
know.
Wait.
Onimusha
What are we
Fury.
doing? What are we doing? Even though I'd be like,
Samanosuke.
no, he's gonna die.
Yeah, he's
you know what I'm saying? He can't keep up.
Who's the guy in 2? The Bruce Lee guy. The Bruce Lee looking guy.
Oh God, I don't remember that.
I don't remember his name either.
But no, what they've done is they've added a second character. And this is a female character who has 2 styles that she can choose between. Cool. So she has her, fast-paced style, high movement, medium damage. Has her melee attacks, of course, rapid-fire gun. But then she has another mode that's all power attacks. So it's just, she's slower, and her role isn't invulnerable, but she puts out the hurt. And so you switch back and forth between these styles on the fly.
But the other one, the fast one, the role's involved.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it adds a more tactical element to the gameplay. They've also included, all previous DLC. So you have the extra fight that was added. There's also a, I forgot what they call it. It's more like a cinematic mode. So all they give you the options of like if you press up on the D-pad, then you're invincible. If you press down on the D-pad, you can skip a fight entirely. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can either just watch the story or play through it. And whenever you get to a choke point, just beep, skip straight through it.
Yeah.
Now, you don't get achievements for that.
Okay,
You can't unlock, like, the very last area. I think that's the thing.
Okay.
And so, you're restricted in that way.
Yeah.
But it's still a way for people who, don't like punishingly difficult games to be able to have fun with it and get through it. So,
because it's rad.
oh,
it's
Fury's
beautiful.
lit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a PS5 update for it.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes, boy.
Oh.
Absolutely. And it will take your PS4 save and update it to your PS5.
Good.
So there's no reason to not do it. And it's $5 on Steam, $6.99 on PlayStation Store.
The
for
DLC?
Onimusha.
Yeah.
And that'll give you everything.
Yeah, because I didn't do the last duel. I did the all the way up to the or basically I beat the base game is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and then I stopped playing it. So that was fucking.
It's funny, man, because I've been thinking
Great.
about Fury a lot
Yeah.
lately. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just in the back of my brain. And I'm like, I want to reinstall
Well, we saw the
it
stuff
and
for the
just
second one.
for what, Fury 2?
No, I'm thinking of Hyperlight.
Yes,
the new
Hyperlight
Hyperlight.
Drifter.
Yeah,
Yes.
which just reminds me of Fury because now it's 3D and it's got that kind of
Right. That's what that was. And they just came out of nowhere. It's like, okay, well, here's some more Fury for you. And it's like, I didn't know we
$5.
needed it. I mean, I knew that we needed it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that y'all knew that we needed it.
Yeah.
And,
I gotta grab that, and I gotta grab this Team Southtown.
boy, is that on the list?
Oh, yeah, it's on there.
It's on there.
We'll
Okay,
get to
okay,
it.
cool. Because that's something to talk about too. Yeah. So I'm gonna close the door. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a weird one. You tell me, Scott.
I lost my voice this past week.
Oh,
so
rip.
I've been trying to let it rest.
Where'd
so
you
I'm not-
leave it?
It was
Don't
lost.
know, it's lost.
It's lost.
Where's the last place that you had it? Don't you hate when you say you lost something and
Yeah.
people start to try to troubleshoot?
Yeah.
You
Where's
know,
the last
It's
place
like,
you had
yeah,
it?
when did you
Don't-
see it
don't-
last?
Don't talk to me about it.
It's
Just
lost.
look for
Do
it.
you remember
okay? How
having
about-
it when you were at the last place you're at? Like,
Is it in your pocket?
fuck yes.
It's just on top of your head.
That's so I've been trying to let my voice rest. Went back and rewatched a couple of classic anime, Madoka Magica.
yes.
Cool.
Which is incredible.
Dude, so
Still
did you watch it
incredible.
all?
I watched it all.
I've been thinking about
Oh,
going
wow.
back and
Dude,
watching
it's
it
so
too.
good. It's so
Now,
good.
did you do this because of Thunderbolt?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, I got to get some more Butchkin in my life. You know. But that made me want to go back and rewatch Princess Tutu.
I've never seen the
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
Tutu, I can't explain how much I love that show.
Princess Tutu. Well, it
Princess
sounds like
Tutu
you would.
is
I mean,
so
honest.
fucking good. Dude. Like
Princess
Duck,
Tutu.
the main character, she's a duck that turns into a girl that turns into a magical ballerina. Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I just watching
Queen.
it just this
Yeah.
morning.
Duck King is finding his
Queen.
queen.
Yeah, for real. Just watching it this morning, man, I just had a big grin on my face the whole time. I was like, I looked at this.
When she's a duck, can she talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does she
she's,
talk like
she's
Donald?
concentrated
Does she have
joy. You know? Like, for real.
Hey,
Like,
man.
I love her. to
So
death.
speaking of ducks, why
Yeah.
is it that Donald talks like that, but Daisy doesn't?
Yeah.
What the
Oh.
fuck? You can
Daisy
hear Daisy
doesn't,
as clearly as
Daffy
possible.
doesn't.
No. Mm-mm.
You know. Well, the
Scrooge.
kids do.
Yeah, the kids do though.
Huey,
What
Dewey,
the
and
fuck?
Louie kind of
And
do.
then, and then
Scrooge
Scrooge
does not.
is Scottish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Launchpad doesn't.
Yeah. What the
No.
fuck?
Yeah.
They're inconsistent with their duck talk. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Back
maybe it's
to
a
you.
speech impediment, and you should not make fun of people.
Oh, is that what that
who-
is?
Yeah,
Right.
man, it's a disability.
He's just got a big
But-
ass tongue.
That's why he's so mad all the time, bro. Every time he tries to talk to people are like, "What?
Nice.
What? I can't
That was good.
understand you. Just stop spitting on me."
Yeah. Just talk to Goofy. He
Right.
always understands you.
He yucks.
But no, beyond that, you let me borrow a PSVR headset.
Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
yo, okay.
And Astrobot's so goddamn good,
Bruh.
dude. It's so good. Like there was one moment where I was like, sitting in my chair, cross-legged, and I needed to move more than my neck would let me move, and there was a piece of wall right there, so I reached up to try to move my chair, and I was like, "Oh, why ain't I? Oh, I get
Oh,
immersion
goddamn
now."
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
It's goddamn Astrobot is so fun. That's been my favorite gaming experience that I've had all year
It's
so far.
pretty magnificent.
It's amazing.
It's really good. So, what
Yeah.
was your favorite level? Favorite level, and then favorite boss. Now, when I say level, let's say world. Your favorite world and your favorite boss.
Man, I love the beach world. Yeah, and I think like it was just so pretty. Just walking around, just looking at everything.
Yeah.
Like,
And
the-
looking
the
down and
water.
stuff.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
looking-
Oh yeah,
there's
especially
a
when
buddy.
he
I gotta
ends
get a
up in the
buddy.
water and he's in his floaty.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
He's just in his little floaty.
That's a charming character.
Dude.
Astrobot,
Yeah.
like really, I think Sony needs to just really lean
Yeah.
into using that as their mascot.
I like when he walks past you, he's looking at you and he just
He just
waves.
waves.
At, hey,
I
You
know.
can like
and
high five him.
Yeah, if he's in the water and he gets real close, he'll like hug your face.
Yeah,
and
totally.
you're like,
Yep.
oh, this
Yeah,
is
and then when he gets
Yeah.
pulled underwater, on those underwater platforms, dope, dude.
too good.
So what's your favorite boss?
Boss, man, it's probably from that same world, the shark.
Shark.
Shark's
Yes.
good. The shark's good as fuck,
Shark
dude.
is really
Yeah.
good. That bird can get fucked.
Yes.
I hated that bird. It took me a while to get past him.
Now you did finish the game, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the alien with the controller.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like what?
That's
Dude, this
cool.
is so fucking meta.
It's so good.
You know, he sits there slamming you with the DualShock 4.
Yeah, and he's like, using all the things
That you have,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like the shuriken.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking
It was
good.
good, man. It's such a good fucking game, and I like that you can shoot out the credits as they're
Oh
going
yeah,
by.
I love that part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just a lot of fucking charm in that game.
Have you built up your base at all?
Yes. I mean, I went in there once
Okay.
and played the little crane game for a little bit,
Okay.
and then just haven't.
You
gone
should
back.
go back in there after you finish the game
Uh-huh.
because what happens is as you're going around and you're rescuing these robots, all of them go back to your base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
after
yeah.
a while, you'll have a shit ton of
Just a
robots.
whole,
like
army.
200 and something robots just running around in there.
Can you
and
do
you
the
can make
same
them follow
thing?
you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same thing as on the Astro's Playroom, right?
Yes.
Where you
Yeah.
smack them and then they follow you.
And they follow
yeah,
you.
I thought
Yeah.
so.
Come on.
That shit's awesome.
Yeah, you can just set up different little like obstacle courses for them, and they'll just auto run it, and it's just pure joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
So-
that game.
Is Astrobot not platforming perfected?
Oh,
Like,
it's easily the
But
best platformer ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
it wouldn't
it's
have been
crazy.
the same without having virtual reality.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
because you need him running around. Like,
Well, and
it's just
that's-
like
But I gotta say, Astro's Playroom, which is not in VR,
Oh, it's still
works
very, very good.
perfectly
Very good.
fine.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yes.
But I will say that I don't see myself enjoying it as much as I would if as I
Yes,
did
yes,
the
totally.
VR. Because like that was
Yeah.
the thing that I was having a lot of trouble with is because when we were playing Wipeout, and it was and you guys asked me, it was just like, well, how do you feel about it in VR? And I'm like, it's about the same as flat for me, about the same experience. I cannot say
You
that
must
about
lean in
Astro.
real close to the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I
Yeah,
kept telling you guys, I don't have a lot of room
Yeah.
to
No.
do that shit with.
So I'm already in the cockpit.
Like,
you know,
I'm
like
in
I've been
there.
in there the whole time.
Yeah. Like, so, and,
And then that's also not a game that really enables you to look around a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like,
for real.
you do learn that, if you look forward while playing Wipeout in VR, you're probably going to hit walls. So you kind of have to look down the track, which sometimes forces you to
Like,
look up and really kind
yeah.
of crane your neck.
Which is cool.
Which, I mean, it's awesome. I like it a lot. But with something like Astro, when you're sitting there bobbing your head and you see your
Yeah.
own shadow and your reflection. Yeah,
Yep.
like when was that the beach one where you get the dreadlocks? You get
you get the
seaweed.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
dude.
I said
Dude.
it had the monitor where it will show like your basic character, and I was just sitting there just
Dude,
bobbing
I
the whole
danced
fucking
so
time.
long.
Or those flowers that'll dance with you.
Yeah.
They come up and That's
Yeah.
really
It's
good.
so good.
It
I'm
was-
so glad, man. Like I
good.
really, it's like I said, the same thing happened to me. Like I wasn't completely sold when I was playing under someone else's scrutiny and supervision. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think it requires that you do shit your own way, right?
Yeah.
And then once you're able to do that, then it's like, oh, okay, here's what this medium can mean to me. It's a
Right.
very personal thing,
Yeah.
which is also why it's hard to market.
Mhm.
You know, it's very difficult to market for those who don't know.
Yeah.
I was
And
on.
so-
I did catch myself on Macari a couple times looking at headsets after
Uh-huh.
I finished Astrobot. I was just like, man, this game is kind of worth it.
And
Like,
a lot of people are getting rid of them right now too.
Yeah.
You know, in preparation
I mean,
for
I'm gonna sell
PS4 too.
mine. Yeah.
And so I don't know, man. Now that he's playing,
Yeah.
I'm like, I might keep it. If we're gonna be like, if we have the option of playing multiplayer things, you
Yeah.
know, like that's everything to me. Like
we can't play
you know,
tanks.
At this point. We got to figure something out with that. At this point, with us having been on the current crest of VR releases,
yeah.
multiplayer was kind of few and far between, and now multiplayer is more of a focus. And so, yeah, man, if there are going to be more multiplayer experiences we can play together, I am with it.
Yeah.
I am totally with it. And so, yeah, what else?
That's it for me.
Are you going
man.
to play?
That's
What
been
else
my
are you
whole-
playing?
I
you,
tried Pixel Ripped. I didn't like it.
No?
Really?
Yeah.
What was it that you didn't enjoy?
I don't know, man. It just didn't click for me.
Did you play the 1984, the first one?
I think so.
The one where you're in the classroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you get a kick out of that. That's kind
Yeah,
of
I
fun.
mean, it's interesting.
Right.
It's unique.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's great.
2 might be more your speed.
Right.
Because it's more of that like Super Nintendo era.
But I really didn't play much of anything else. I tried to play Moss. I don't know if I didn't have it set up right because it felt really awkward trying to move shit around and position.
Well,
shit.
you just came back from platforming perfection.
Right,
Yeah.
right, that
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, I mean, Moss is really good. Don't
Moss
get
is
me
great,
wrong.
But
Yeah.
Astrobot is
Astro,
way
top.
up there, dude.
Yeah,
it's
no,
fucking-
bar really high. I think it says like, I mean, in a lot of ways, this is like, people are gonna hate me. I mean, I think it's better than a lot of the Mario games.
I agree.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
I
seriously
agree.
like leagues better than a lot of the Mario
Oh,
games.
yeah.
And,
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there with like Super Mario World.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
at that level of perfection.
And a lot of
Like,
people will never
fucking
play it.
Right up,
I know,
right up there
man.
with like tropical freeze and shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But hey, that's
Uh-huh.
why I gotta say it's really great that, for instance, Playrooms, featured on PS5 for free. You
Yeah.
get it when you buy one. I bet they're gonna do the same thing for PSVR 2. If they don't
Well,
have a
make Astro
pack-in, if they don't have it as a pack-in, then they will
Yeah.
definitely release one on launch. I know that.
Oh,
shit.
no. We're definitely getting
Yeah.
Astrobots Rescue Mission 2
Like on
at
launch.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
way they're not doing that.
Uh-huh. I just wonder if they're going to also do a pack-in with Astrobots Rescue Mission.
Yeah,
you know?
well,
because there are going to be a lot of people
right.
who never played PSVR 1
Yeah.
who still need to have access to this game, like so.
And they
of
give
course
you the
they're
whole
going
first
to.
one again
Right.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Updated graphics and everything.
Mhm.
Or hell, it's just
You don't
higher
have to do
resolution. That's
anything.
all it has to
Hey,
be.
You
Exactly.
really wouldn't have to do
Yeah.
anything.
No, because it
No.
looks
Already looks
fucking so
great.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'll
another
bother
thing
that
that's a
soundtrack
problem
anytime.
with Astrobot, dude, is it puts so many other PSVR games to shame graphically.
It
Bro.
does.
Like, did you guys try?
Well, that's what
Did you
happens
try?
when you have first-party Sony titles,
Yeah,
man. You
I
know what
know.
I'm saying? They crush.
Yeah.
You know?
We understand this hardware.
Yes.
Right.
Let's show you how it's done.
I'm gonna
Right,
put
now,
my
good
foot in
luck. Put my ankles in.
You're right. Yeah. That's been it.
Yeah.
So I guess news jutsu.
Yeah.
News jutsu. And we're starting
Yeah,
off
that's
with
a-
bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Well, I guess you're not working today. That's wonderful.
Taking
Technical
taking
difficulties.
off day. Took a little break.
No. News. Sorry. I gotta fix it.
What has you done?
I don't know what I has done.
Don't do that.
It's gotta be this one. Yep, there we go.
Ugh.
Yep. Well, let's talk about it. There was a mass shooting in Buffalo, New York. This was obviously a racially motivated situation.
Yeah, he has a 180-page manifesto.
He has a
Yeah.
fucking manifesto that you can go read about
Mhm.
it, and that's a whole head scratcher there because everybody's trying to argue which side he's coming from this manifesto. Because apparently he talks about being a socialist and all this stuff, but then it's obvious that there's all this fascist intention over here, and there's this. So there's a big debate
Anti-Semite,
online
yeah,
as to what his actual ethos is. He's fucking crazy, is what it
Yeah,
is.
you know.
Yeah, and he shot 13 people, killed
Mhm.
10 of them. 3 of them are, wounded.
Mhm.
He drove 4 hours to get to this Tops grocery store.
Supermarket. Mhm.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who actually they interviewed. He said that he ran into the guy the day before and talked to him. It was a black dude. He talked to
Yeah.
him for like an hour. He talked to him for over an hour.
Wow.
And I want to see that footage. I'm like, what did y'all talk about? You know what I'm saying? It's like you
yeah.
have this conversations with this guy. They say he went there. They have footage of him being there back in March as well, like scoping out the place initially. And then he went back home, and there was already a situation where he was under investigation because he wrote a paper for school about mass shootings, about murder suicide. And right before he left to go to Buffalo, he left like a whole bunch of ammo cases on a friend of his like porch. Things like that are interesting to me because it's like paper trail, right? Like, it's like, is it a cry for help? Is it like, hey, somebody convinced me otherwise? Or is it like showing off, like, okay, here's all this, all the ammo's not there, know what time it is, you know what I'm saying?
With someone that's this kind of psycho, it probably is a little bit of showing
and the
off.
thing that really bothers me, man, is like, if you look at a lot of articles, a lot of them still say suspect.
Oh,
and it's like,
totally. No, this is
Suspect.
You're talking about a suspect,
Yeah.
man.
He's
you know
not
what I'm
a
saying?
suspect at this point.
No,
Right.
He had.
Yeah.
He
The
has
perpetrator.
committed.
Exactly.
He has committed the crime.
Right.
It's not,
Like if he
not
was
suspicious.
if he had a different amount of melanin, not to make this about, well, it is a racially charged situation, so whatever. If he looked different,
He would immediately be.
he would have been
Hell,
killed.
yeah.
There wouldn't have been an apprehending this man in the supermarket. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
well,
the thing.
I
He was
think
going to
that's-
kill himself.
That's part of the
and then
reason
they talked him
that
down.
he went over here, though, right? Is because it was an area that's
Yes, it's predominantly black.
well, not
it's
only that, but also that there's a high chance that people weren't going to have guns there.
Right.
That's part of the reason he went there, because it was like a store that had no guns, that kind of thing. Nobody
Right.
could carry a gun inside.
Yeah.
So he thought he'd be fucking safe.
Yeah, he had like sketch drawings of all the
Oh, yeah.
aisles and stuff, and the most optimal paths for him to be able
And
to
he was
move
trying
through.
to live stream it.
Yep.
That's part of this that we didn't say.
Yeah.
Which I gotta say, props to Twitch. Y'all took it down super fast.
Yeah,
Like they
that's
got
amazing.
on it within 5 minutes or something like that.
Right.
A couple of minutes, they took
Yeah.
that shit down.
Yeah, well, props to whoever
Yeah.
reported as well.
Right.
Right.
You know, because that is the worst. You know, like you have that situation where that guy, you know, walked up to that old man that one time, you know, live streaming that, and that video just floated around for hours. You know, and this isn't cool, man. And it does suck to just think to yourself, like, you know, there was a family that went in there, and it was a husband and wife and their daughter, and the husband and the daughter, you know, kind of went away from the wife because they were buying ingredients to surprise her with a birthday cake, right? So the wife was like outside, and they're like, okay, we'll be right back, whatever, and they're walking around just trying to pick out ingredients. And next thing you know, there's a mass shootout. And so this family's separated, and they're all freaking out because they have no idea
Understandably.
what's going on with the others, right? Like, it's just crazy to think, like, you know, such a mundane, everyday activity, like going to the grocery store, it can turn horrific in a heartbeat because of a psycho, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And even worse, these psychos find so many echo chambers online, and they find their tribe, and it's just, it's sickening, man. It's sickening. It's disgusting. So I have no interest in knowing this bastard's name.
Yeah,
I've
I don't even
seen
know
it.
this motherfucker's
I've
name
seen
either.
it. I refuse to remember it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah, I refuse to remember it. I'm like, well, you can rot in jail, and let the G's. Well, we'll see what happens in there. We'll see what happens in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they
Yeah,
say
he
he's
might
on
not last
suicide
long.
watch, and they might try to do that. You know, the funniest thing too.
Do you know what they'll do?
this
Is they'll
bleeds into-
separate him. That's the
Exactly.
fucking thing.
That's what'll happen.
You know?
Either they'll separate him, and then eventually, if he is put into general population, he'll just find the other white supremacists and join up with them and be a part of that gang.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing to me is this motherfucker pled not guilty. That's so odd. It's so weird to me that you write a manifesto. You write a manifesto, right? Hop in your car, drive for hours, you know, armed to the teeth, come out in body armor, start lighting folks up, you know.
Oh, that was
They'd be
another
like,
dude.
Nah, man, that wasn't me, man.
Oh,
nah.
Yeah.
That
You can
ain't
call
me.
my buddy. We were playing Smash Brothers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, yeah, you were smashing brothers. You know, we know for a fact you were smashing brothers. You know, it's the same in this next situation.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
because Dave Chappelle, you know, the gentleman who got on the stage, fuck that guy.
gentleman.
The-
You called him a gentleman.
I see.
By the way, I had to get this picture because Dave is totally fucking shushing him right out
Yeah.
the way. Man, he totally hit a
Yeah,
He said
yeah.
predictable.
He did.
fucking
He did. He lost his footing at the very end of it, dude. He
Yeah,
almost
man.
came out.
I know.
Just super geese.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Yeah, imagine
motherfucker
if he had
stabbed
just
his
judo
roommate
flipped him on
back
the thing.
in December.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that's the thing. So this isn't the attempted murder. No,
I thought it was because he had a knife on him when he got on stage. Because he had a knife
That's
on him.
what I thought at first too.
Yeah.
No, what it is that okay? These boys, that was street justice. That's what they delivered, and that's why they let him go. I was talking to an attorney here in town that talks to Dave Chappelle all the time, and he's like, they're actually going to let him off because, well,
They beat the shit out of him. That's
hey
why, yeah.
man, justice has been served. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We take it back to '95, and so like
fast
you know,
track right there.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so that's what they did. So they were going to let it fly. But because of all this attention he's been getting, it comes to light that apparently he stabbed his roommate back in December.
God damn.
Yeah, and this that
Okay.
whole thing had kind of flown under the radar. But now that he's in the public eye, people are like, "Oh wait, no, that was that dude." And now he's on trial for attempted murder. Bruh.
Dude. All because you were trying to get money for your grandma.
Oh my
Right?
God.
Isn't that a story you told?
Oh
It's like
my
I was gonna tackle Dave Chappelle and somehow make a
Raise
profit off of this
awareness
for my
for my grandma. Like, no, dude, that's so funny. I can't wait to hear what Dave has to say about this, because you know he's gonna have words, and it's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, another loser whose name I refuse to remember.
Fuck this guy too.
Yeah,
Not as much as the last guy, but
yeah,
also
yeah,
fuck this
but
guy.
also fuck this guy. Yes,
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah,
man.
They
Where
pulled
did
this out of the
come
vault
from?
somewhere?
no,
Huh?
it's a brand new song. It's like
So it's AI. Is that what it is?
yeah,
It's-
right.
no, man, they did. They engineered
Necromancy.
wait, whoa. They engineered a new song, Notorious B.I.G. It's called "Goat," greatest
Yeah.
of all time.
Mhm.
You know, and so he's on there with who else is on that track? It's Biggest Smiles. It is Ty Dolla $ign and Bella Alubo. I don't know who that last one is.
I don't either.
But yeah, I mean, I listened to the track. It's kind of fire, man.
That's awesome.
It's kind of hot. Yeah,
I haven't
so,
given it a listen yet.
Yeah, it was actually released by his estate.
Yeah.
His mom's
Yeah.
like super excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
and,
So when
his
did he
whole family.
record it, man? Like
Man,
93?
Well, you think about how much stuff hits the cutting room floor, right?
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah, totally.
So he's got tons of like tracks that weren't perfect for him at the time, or maybe he was planning to use later. It's kind of like with Michael Jackson.
I was gonna say Michael Jackson or Queen.
Or
That's
Queen.
another one.
Yeah. Because Michael Jackson's last album, Escape,
Yeah.
it was banging.
Man,
you
I
know?
barely listened to that.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I listened to it a lot, man.
Yeah.
I bumped that hard, and it was really funny to me, man. Like listening to these songs and be like, these are well engineered. They sound really good. They're Slave to the Rhythm is a banger. But to know that even as great as these things sound to me, Mike would have been like, they're not ready.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, like, don't release that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really, really interesting. But, yeah, man, if you're a Notorious B.I.G. fan, y'all got new music today, baby.
That is wild shit.
Yeah, dude.
that's a wild one.
Yeah, curveball, baby.
We got this Evo kid.
Yeah, this dude was whooping.
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
He was-
Don't watch
like-
any of the footage?
The Axel Nago fight. Yeah.
Bro.
Totally.
Bro, I
Yeah.
mean, he had him
I mean,
downloaded.
I really
Yeah.
thought that he was just going to get waxed at first because, I mean, Naga was coming in on him. And like,
And not, dude,
Naga's a
Naga
problem,
will
man.
take your life
yeah.
like that.
And then all of a sudden he started getting turned around on, and you could see his face up in the corner going like, what the fuck
What is this
going
kid?
on?
Because, I mean, at first he's just disrespecting him, and
Yeah.
playing that aggressive Nago.
He was,
but
dude.
Axel's
Yeah.
already kind of a counterpick to Nago.
Oh, yeah.
Just by nature.
well, because
and
you can zone really well with it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's
I mean,
what he was
and,
doing
I mean,
the whole time.
aerial zone. Well, his defensive awareness was just so
was
on
great.
point
Yeah,
that
it was
he
great.
ended up breaking. What was the guy he was fighting? This was a 5K face-off that was
Yeah.
put up by our
Hitachi?
system work. Hotashi.
Hotashi.
Yeah,
That's
Hotashi.
it,
He won Evo 2021.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And yeah, man. So at first he's coming in on this kid whose mom's back there cheering for him, his
Yeah,
sister's back there. That's
seriously,
great,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, dude.
And he starts coming in on him, and then Stealthy was the kid's
Stealthy
name.
was the kid.
Yeah,
Stealthy.
that's it.
Stealthy.
Go stealthy.
Dude,
man.
go stealthy.
Yeah.
Stealthy
Yeah, dude.
he broke through that defense. He broke through
And
that
then it was
offense,
over.
and it was
Dude, he
over.
almost perfected
no,
my
he
man.
did. His very last match. He
Oh, I didn't
perfected
see that
him.
one.
Yeah, he
and
did.
then,
God.
and then he ended up actually getting sent to losers, and they fought again, and he wrecked Hotashi again.
Wow.
Bro, he was doing work that day. Like he really damn near took grand finals.
Yeah.
Stealthy clocked in.
That's-
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
ridiculous,
And I
man.
just love
Yeah.
seeing that new generation of fighters,
Uh-huh.
man.
Yeah, man.
Like that
Yeah.
was us when we were kids.
Yeah, man.
Like going in hard on those
Uh-huh.
fighting games, man. And
Playing third strike.
dude, absolutely. And he went and was like, you know what? My mom is supportive of me, which is also great. Shout out to Stealthy's mama. What up? What up? What up? What up?
Got that sub.
Got that sub.
We finally set all that up. So
that
thank
is.
you very
Is
much.
that
Thank you
sub
very
number
much.
one? That's our first
Are
sub.
you guys sub number one?
I think that's our first
Ain't
sub.
that sub number one? Yeah.
Do we like pin $1 to the wall? Do we frame $1 or something? Is that?
We've got to pin this sub.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Pin that.
How do I do that?
I don't know. All right.
We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna have
But
a
thank
dollar.
you. Thank you.
I'm going to take a screenshot and make a shirt of it.
Yeah,
How's
there you
that?
I'm gonna put $1 down to represent it. We're gonna frame
Dollar,
it.
that's
We're
it.
gonna frame
That's
that
it right
bitch.
there.
We're gonna frame it, dude. That's what you do in the business. Right?
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah, your
Uh-huh.
first dollar, frame it.
Get one of those little dollar frames.
Absolutely.
yeah.
We're
Uh-huh.
gonna do it. We're gonna do it. But it is just super cool to see like a new generation coming
Yeah,
to light
coming up,
and
yeah.
actually coming out to play, man.
Yeah.
And seeing these old heads all of a sudden be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It also made me want to play some Strive again.
It did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
absolutely.
did. I'll play Strive after the next balance patch happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to get into it, and then they change things. And
That's
then
a
I have
good-
to
that's a good
relearn.
call.
And so, especially with KOF and its balance patch right now, like,
Which
which we'll talk about at some point. So.
Yeah.
shit, we'll be playing it tonight.
Probably be playing it tonight.
Oh.
Probably bounce between that and I got Central Fiction.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so we
Yes,
can
you
yeah, we can play both of those later. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I think that sounds like a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm fucking super stoked on
thought
this.
so.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, like,
So Disney is working on a new. Is it going to be a continuation of the Netflix?
sounds like
I
it.
mean,
Yeah, it does
yeah.
seem to
Uh-huh.
be so.
So it'll essentially be season 4.
Yeah, but I think that the whole idea here is that Daredevil, because, okay, not to spoil too much, but they pretty much wrap up the situation between Daredevil and Kingpin in the 3rd season of the Netflix show.
So it ran for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
they
it actually
closed out
has
that
an
story.
ending. It
Okay.
actually has a fucking ending.
Yeah, they don't leave it on like a cliffhanger.
No,
Right.
no, they make it real obvious what's going on. Kingpin's in goddamn prison, and then again, back home, getting served
into his
fucking
sweet
5-star meals and shit.
Right.
Like, God,
On a tiny little plate, still eating with a knife and a fork.
exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. Got the band playing in there
Classy,
and everything.
man. Classy.
But it seems to me like the whole thing here, which I don't know where that's way down the line, but that's okay. It seems like they're tying this into the more modern string of what's going on in Marvel right now. I mean, obviously they put Matt Murdock in No Way Home.
Oh yeah,
you remember? Because even him just there
Just
for a
catch
minute,
that
I was still
Catches that brick.
I'm a really good lawyer.
That was great.
And I mean, since She-Hulk, which we'll talk about a little bit here, is going to be She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Well, we got another lawyer right here. They could be super lawyer friends and whip people's ass.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. And I'm so about it. I'm so about it. The only 2 lawyers I like. But no, man, I really think Daredevil is one of the best spin-offs that they've done, period, for Marvel.
Absolutely.
To me, I think that out of all of the Netflix shows, that one's absolutely my favorite. And I mean, Jessica Jones is good, Luke Cage is good. I don't like fucking Iron Fist at all.
Perfect.
I don't like Iron Fist at all.
No.
I thought Punisher was pretty good. I thought
okay.
that, but none of them were as good as Daredevil. Like, Daredevil had the perfect fucking arc.
I've heard that
they
so
went,
many times.
God, dude,
was
Daredevil's so good.
consistently
It's
good. That's the
consistently
thing.
good. It
Yeah.
ramps it up just right, and he's low level enough where it doesn't feel like every other Marvel property where the world is at stake.
Right.
The universe is coming to an
I think
end.
that's one of those things that a lot of IPs are kind of, like Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
After Shadowbringers and Endwalker, where we were going to the edge of the fucking universe.
It's not
right?
just this universe; it's all
universes.
universes.
Real. And then it's like, okay, well, when that story's told, now
Where
what?
you gotta go?
Yeah, what you gonna do? It's like, okay, well, let's make it small again.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the smartest plays.
I'm
because
about
you can do
it.
some really exciting things with that.
Yeah. Well, like Hawkeye. Hawkeye's one of these shows where it's small again. Like, even though Hawkeye was in the goddamn Avengers and dealing with all of this going on, this is not about that. This is about him trying to get some shit back from an auction house. like it's real small. You know. And I'm about that. I'm really about that life. So I'm welcoming this one. Who knows when we're actually going to get it? Probably another year from now.
Right, because I mean, it's pretty much in pre-production at this point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just got announced, and they have so much else under their belt. Right? Jesus.
Yeah. But this dude is perfect as Daredevil.
Oh,
he's so solid. I don't even know the actor's name, but he's
Matt Murdock.
He's absolutely. Plus Matt Murdock. Come on, man.
Yeah,
that name's so
frames.
slick. Look at those frames, man.
Boy, stylish.
Those blood red linens over there.
Let's go.
Okay, so
all right.
got?
So now we finally have our tiers of PlayStation Plus. Okay. So with your essential tier, it's basically the same thing as PlayStation Plus always has been. Your extra tier will give you access to PS4 games as well as PS3 titles. Premium gives you access to the PS Plus PS.
I think that the PS3 isn't until the
Premium. Okay, so it's PS4. Yes, it's PS4, PS5 for extra, PS3 and
all
previous.
the
on
legacy
premium.
titles.
The legacy titles.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
it's
all the way back
PS1,
to
1,
PS1?
2, PSP, and PS3.
right,
It's-
and you can also demo games, which is actually kind of cool.
That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
I didn't know that it was like, I thought that they were actually going to make standalone demos.
Yeah.
But they actually give you a timer to play.
Yeah, that's
games,
like how
right?
they're doing with the Nintendo Online.
Yeah, and,
Right.
and
You know,
EA does
they'll
the
give
same
you
thing.
a certain a set amount of time or this many days
Yeah,
to play through as much as you can.
Which
of
is
the game.
which is dope.
Oh,
I
it's
like
great.
that kind of thing.
Hey, it's
yeah.
the reason that I bought Monster Hunter Rising.
I mean, it's
You
it's a
know?
little bit more of a universal demo rather
Right.
than
Yeah,
them having
exactly.
to, custom make a demo.
You know, my only thing, like you can go and look at the list of games yourself. There are a lot
Siphon
of great,
filter.
well, yeah, there's that. But as far as like more modern content, you have your God of Wars, you have your Horizon Zero Dawns, of course. I mean, pretty much everything that you would expect.
Dude, you're getting Demon Souls, you're
And
getting
so-
Returnal, you're getting. If you have a
Here's-
PS5 and you don't have those games already, though.
That's the thing. That's the thing. This is designed for people kind of new to the PlayStation landscape.
Yeah.
If you've been here the whole time, and especially if you remain current
Mm-hmm.
and nerd out like we tend to do,
There's only a couple of things you're getting here.
kind of got it all.
Yeah.
When they were going over everything that they're releasing, I'm just like, I already have that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I already
Got
paid
it.
for
Got
it.
it.
Got
Got
it.
it.
Got
Don't
it.
want it.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, I guess I'll
Yeah.
be keeping my essential.
Yeah.
Until they add more modern games. And I think that this is a big problem that a lot of people are seeing, that unlike Game Pass, they're not aiming to give you access to their first-party titles upon launch.
Right,
That's one of
right.
the biggest carrots on the stick when
I
it
don't
comes
think I
to
was
Game Pass.
expecting that, though.
Well, I wasn't expecting it either, but
Yeah.
this is a point of comparison that gets made.
Yeah,
Right.
totally. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a good conversation to have, because that makes me have to ask myself, why would I pay more every month? for
Right. I was
this?
about to ask. I mean, what's the pricing on these? Look
It's
like?
almost double for premium. It's
Mhm.
like $5 more a month for extra, and then
Right.
18. So that'd be 10, 15, and 18. I believe those
Oh,
the
okay.
right. Isn't that it?
Yeah, I think it's 10, 15. Is it 19, 18, or 19? Here, I'll look it up while you're talking about it.
Yeah.
That's
so,
a month.
So for
Uh-huh.
me, I'd say that the cool thing about this, right now, it's a small amount of games,
Right.
and
Well, there's like 48.
yeah, but they're
mean, that's
talking about
that's
like
pretty
500. That's what they said
Oh,
earlier.
yeah,
They were like
yeah,
like
yeah.
500 fucking games. Well, not yet. You
Right.
know, they're working on it. But there's a couple of cool things here. If these are games that you particularly love and want to go back and play, a lot of them are getting trophy support. So you want to go play the first Siphon Filter and get the trophies and do
Shit,
all that
man,
stuff?
Just having
That's
access
cool.
to the PS2 library.
That's
man. I mean,
cool,
that's-
right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure the specifics on this side of it, but right now confirmed,
right.
if you buy something that is PS1 or PSP, if you have ever bought a game from PS1 or PSP that then they have on this service, you just get it.
As well, you should.
So if you bought it on PS3, you get it.
Right.
Which is something that I wasn't sure if they were going to do. I really wasn't sure if they were going to actually access your previously purchased games and just let you have them.
The funny thing about that is that it makes you wonder, like when they were trying to shut down the PS3 store originally, if this was always in the plan. They
I
just
think
wanted
it
to make
was,
people a little bit
dude.
more hungry.
Yes.
And people were just
Yeah.
like, no.
No,
And
we
they
need it
couldn't-
now.
and they couldn't reveal this plan. Because we've been talking about this for a long time. Like, even before they announced it.
man.
Like, they're going to
Yeah.
do something like this.
Uh-huh.
I didn't expect 3 tiers. That's a
Right.
bit much.
But I didn't expect to be able to purchase these games individually, because
Right.
anything that's
Right.
coming out for the service, if you don't want the service, if you just want to go play Jumping Flash,
Right.
well, you'll be able to just go buy Jumping Flash.
Yeah.
And that's really the way that they have to handle this. Not just as a monthly subscribe service, because like you said, if we already have all the games that they're giving you bonus-wise, then there's probably only going to be 1 or 2 that I want. As soon as they're like, here's Metal Gear Solid 4 that you can buy on here. Cool, bought, okay? As soon as they're like, oh, well, now you can play, God Hand on your PS5 because we've added it to the list and you already purchased it, so you could just download it. Solid.
Right.
Do I want to pay another $8 a month?
I don't see a reason for me personally
Yeah.
to do it.
Other than
you know?
curiosity's sake, just to see how the
don't even
the
see
service works?
that. Because I know, once again, I know myself. I'll fall into the same trap that they want me to fall into.
Oh, and
which
forget?
is being,
You forget.
that's
Yeah.
what they want.
Subscribe, and it's
Uh-huh.
just
And
like,
so
and
within
they
a
never
year,
use it.
I
Yeah.
paid for,
Yeah.
multiple games over and over and over again. And so I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
like I might just hold off for a little while.
Yeah.
But if you are just entering the PlayStation family, the PS4,
Oh, yeah, it's
PS5,
a pretty good deal.
it's a great deal. It's a steal.
If you bought
know?
a PS5 today, which
Yes.
good fucking luck, and you got premium, then
Mhm.
you'd get pretty much every major title that's come out for
Yes.
PS5 so far.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, except for the super recent ones. But
Exactly.
yeah.
But then just getting Returnal. I mean, hey.
yeah, dude, getting Returnal,
You
Miles
win.
Morales, and
Uh-huh.
Demon
God
Souls.
of fucking War. Well,
Oh, and God of War, yeah.
And God of
Yeah.
God of War is still. Did you watch that? The Toasted Shoes God of War mod, the Simpsons mod.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Because he
They
actually
have
changed
the
all the
Baldur
dialogue
fight,
too.
and it's Flanders. And
Yeah, it's amazing, and they actually have like a script, for the whole thing. It's so good, man. It's so good.
That's why y'all can't release things on PC. You see what they do? See what they do, man?
They make it awesome.
Everybody's Thomas the Tank Engine over here.
Oh, dude, hey, man, Thomas is scary.
Thomas is terrifying.
Yes.
You're completely right.
Like in that Resident Evil, was that RE2?
Oh yeah,
Where,
where he's just like chasing you through that.
Yeah, he's
fucking
Mr.
hallway.
X,
Like,
and so he's coming down the hallway, dude. Like, no, that's nightmare fuel.
Oh man. Yeah. So we got a DNF duel.
Story mode and training mode.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yep. I mean,
gallery mode as well.
we knew these. The gallery mode, I guess, is something. But I guess the other two were like, we knew this was.
Well,
coming, right?
all they're doing is just keeping the hype going.
drip
Right.
feeding. this, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the game's going to launch in a couple of months. Launches in July, and so I think it's good to kind of show people what they're doing as far as the story mode, because essentially it's going to be kind of like Blaze Blue. Yeah, have you ever played any of Blaze Blue's story?
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Oh, it's
right?
wonderful.
It's very long, and it's
Yeah.
a convoluted
Very long.
story.
Convoluted as shit.
But it's that same, just like, like live comic book style.
Where's the rabbits?
Oh, the rabbit.
rabbit.
Oh, God. And then here comes Rachel just to insult that ass.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
to insult you.
And Valkenheim just standing over there going, "Yes, ma'am."
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Unless someone speaks against Rachel, then you got a
Oh,
problem.
he's putting the wolf on you.
Yeah. And so I was talking the other day about Elise was asking me why I named my PC Hakuman,
Ooh.
and so I had to
Ooh.
whip out the yes
That's why.
had to whip out that monologue on her that I am the
Yeah,
white
totally.
void.
Yeah.
I am the cold steel.
Yeah.
I am the just sword. I'm just
Yeah,
like, dude, he's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
These characters are amazing. And so, like, if you've ever gotten into those stories, they've kind of just gone to show how they've taken that story, that method of storytelling, and made it a lot more modern.
Yeah.
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 And so, with those still images, there are several different stills that they'll switch between, as you're watching it. And I mean, it looks dope,
Yeah.
because for a game like that,
Well,
look, fighters live and die by
is
their
that the way
casual
they're doing
audiences.
it on this one, or are they going to do it more like Exerd or I mean Strive, the way that they actually did full on?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No. It's all storyboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's a lot easier
this
for them
fine?
to make.
Well, yeah, and also if you actually watch the Strive stories, it's kind of weird, man. It's like, because their animation is good and bad at the same time. It's
Yeah.
like the models are so good that when animations falter, it kind of glows more. And it's
Yeah.
just like, and then at
Okay.
the end of each one of their scenes, there's always this weird awkward pause, and
They're all just standing around going, "Cut."
cut, yeah, now cut,
Yeah,
now
oh my
cut, and if you try to skip through it, you have to skip from those cut point to the cut point to the cut point to the
I
cut
hate
point.
that shit.
Yeah, it takes forever, and so if something happens, you have to rewatch some cutscenes. I'm sorry for you.
Ooh.
And so I think it looks
Man.
pretty dope,
Oh yeah.
with the
Is
sequel.
are they gonna? Did they drop this free? Can we download this now?
Oh no, it's
Oh.
not out yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just a trailer.
But we still
I
don't know
gotcha.
whether it's free to play or not, right?
we still don't know that.
Mm.
Yeah.
That'll be wild.
And and the truth is that this is right around the corner from Evo.
yeah.
And where is that? It's next anyway. Go ahead and skip. Because this game, Multiverses, is in
Multiverses.
closed
Yeah.
alpha right now.
I actually saw
okay.
somebody that was streaming it when we pulled up the page to
Yeah.
look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. so-
Like, and this is free to play.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
and so of course, Multiverses. We've talked about it on the channel before. You know the deal. It's a free-to-play arena-based or platform fighter in the vein of Smash Brothers or poor Nickelodeon All Stars.
Yeah. Oh,
poor All Stars. They had a little.
they were
flash.
trying.
Ah.
They
Yeah.
tried.
And they went away real quick.
real
Yeah.
quick, and they're just like, "Hey, we got
Man.
voices."
Yeah.
You
Hey, we
know,
got voices.
Voices.
So how much of it have y'all watched? Have y'all watched anything?
No, not
For
really.
this, nothing.
It looks
Really nothing.
phenomenal.
Really?
Because there's a focus on 2v2 team combat.
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, like, you'll have, like, every character has a specific role, right? Like, Wonder Woman, I think she's a tank. Who is it? Tom and Jerry's, like, fucking a puppet character. Tom and Jerry, the whole time they're fighting against each other, right?
And
So
they happen to hit
uh-huh.
you.
Yeah, right. They
That's
happen to
great.
hit you. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom can take Jerry and like throw him out, and then Jerry will be on the outside throwing things at Tom, and Tom can use a tennis racket and
knock
bat
him
him
back?
at Jerry. And so
Oh.
if you're in between them, you're getting hit, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
And so they have attacks that will, have a certain effect on enemies, but if
Yeah.
you use them against or use them on your teammate, they have a buffing effect. And then you can also assign different buffs to each one of your characters to create team synergy. So
Okay.
people like Bugs, who has like great aerial control,
almost
you can
sounds
put him
like,
with like Superman.
What's the name of that game? It was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, man, where they
Oh,
had
with the
gym
gym
system.
Yeah,
yeah.
kind of like that, but
Uh-huh.
much more refined and a lot simpler. And so. I mean, this game might really go places. Look, man, they have an idle animation for Batman where my boy, he just stands there, he's in his stance, and then he does his iconic little his
Yeah,
stand, and he
the
turns into a
cape.
silhouette.
Oh,
He
well,
just turns
that's
into a
cool.
silhouette with like a yellow outline and nothing but eyes, and it's like, stop it. It's so sick. It's so sick. Arya Stark's looking nasty. I'm really excited about this. And then they got a 100K pot. You know what I'm saying? And that was the smartest play for Evo, right?
Yeah.
Because that puts it right there, damn near main stage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
going to be so much buzz surrounding it that if they go ahead and shadow drop it right there at Evo, everyone's going to be playing this game right
Yeah.
then and there.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone's going to download it. Servers are going to crash. And from what I understand, like the online is damn near perfect. They sent
Nice.
Ruffelmonger a copy of the game.
Yeah.
He doesn't play platform fighters.
Yeah.
He plays traditional fighters.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
say real.
Ah.
I know, right?
Real
I had to-
fighters, the real
I had to catch myself. But he plays traditional fighters, and even for him, he's just like, oh my god, like the sheer level of
Yeah.
of depth and synergy with these characters is mind blowing. And they're gonna fill up that whole screen with characters.
Oh yeah.
And so.
So is this currently? That's the current roster.
Yeah, that's what we got. So we got Ultra Instinct Shaggy over there.
Uh huh.
Throwing sub sandwiches at you and shit. Harley Quinn's sick.
She's from Steven Universe.
Yes.
She's one of the gems.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I never watched that.
You got Finn and Jake. They're separate characters.
Okay.
Jake can turn into like a bouncy house, and we can propel people off of. They got fucking Velma. Is Velma? Oh, where is Velma?
No.
Okay, so there are more characters. Yeah, Velma's in there too. Velma's got an Ace Attorney mechanic
What?
where she can knock clues out of your ass, right?
Really?
And if
She
she
go,
connects,
"Objection?"
no, man, no. But she calls the cops on you. If she gets enough evidence, she'll call the cops on you, and they'll come out in a cop car, capture your ass, and try to ring itself out. Right? So they'll do
Wow.
damage to you while you're in the car, and then try to ring you out. Like, what? It's gonna get so wild in there,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It's gonna get so zany, and I mean, I think that just shaking up the foundation like that is kind of it's refreshing, man. That's what we need.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is Neo in the ship?
No.
How'd they not put
uh,
Neo in this
but
shit?
hey, man. Hey. Just
Gotta save
wait.
something for DLC.
I'm saying exactly because this roster with it
I want
being
the
free-
mountain, goddammit! I want
with
the
it being
mountain.
free to play, I expect the mountain. Well, I don't know about the mountain. I don't know about Gregor. but
Come on,
I-
man, head crusher.
I know.
Head buster over there.
I do think
on,
that we
man.
might see the Hound. I
The
think
Hound?
we-
Yeah.
because
I mean, the
they're gonna
Hound's a
give
favorite.
Arya.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna give Arya someone to fight with, and unless they gave us like what's his Sirio
Pharrell.
Sirio
fuck
Pharrell.
yeah.
You know
Her
what I'm saying?
dancing instructor.
That would be dope. But I expect them to give us the Hound to
Yeah,
couple.
no,
with
the
her.
Hound be good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so that'd be high. Or Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well,
You know?
I kind of hope that they do alternate costumes for everybody.
Oh,
'cause
they
I wanna
will.
I want to see her in her hobo
Dude,
clothes
that's
when
what-
she's in the Isle of Black and
Because
White.
as you play the game, of course, you unlock currency, and that currency is used to buy cosmetics. They're like, this
Yeah.
is not going to be pay to win.
Yeah.
They always say that up
Yeah.
front. They're like, it's not going to be pay to win. Like you can buy things that may help progression a little bit easier, but the only way to level up a character is to play as that character.
Right.
And so
Okay.
then that character
Okay.
will get stronger for you because
Okay.
you put the time into that character.
So, but are the cosmetics purchase only?
Purchase through in-game currency. So it's currency that
Okay,
you can
okay.
earn as
Or
you play
buy.
or buy if you choose to.
I see. I don't
You
hate
know?
that.
I don't
really
either.
hate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the option. If you're impatient and you just want your shit,
Go get it.
I've been known, man. I buy shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you give me like, and look, here's the thing. There is a chance that we might see a Batman Beyond.
Oh,
Bro, that'd be great.
dude.
Oh my God, there's a
Classic
chance that we
Nightwing.
could see, dude. We could see some characters from Gargoyles. Like this could go any direction.
Well, Gargoyles is Disney.
Is it Disney?
Yeah,
Oh
Gargoyles.
damn! I guess we ain't seeing that
Yeah,
shit.
I ain't seen. Yeah.
My bad. I was wrong. I don't know why I thought it was WB. It just
Well,
seems
it's
very
got that same- got that
WB-ish.
very
Man,
same
if they don't
style.
put
Yeah,
if
that
they
is
don't put
Disney.
my fucking frog in here, my
Oh,
WB frog.
you.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
They have because they can. You can also change
Michigan
like
game.
when you knock somebody out of the arena. You know how they'll do that. Like game. Or
Oh, yeah.
on Smash Brothers.
Uh-huh.
You can change that. And one of them was Porky Pig with the. That's all, folks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Yes.
you can customize like the UI
God.
completely.
No, dude.
Like it's.
the dodo.
The dodo.
He plays
Oh.
like Faust.
Oh,
Oh
man.
wow!
You know?
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that'd be dope.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be dope. I don't know, man. This is gonna get wild,
They can
and
do
so
a lot with it. They can
yeah.
do a lot with
Yeah.
it.
I'm excited. Nintendo's over there
Definitely
like,
gonna be
no.
checking this out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This shit.
Go get him, Scott.
I don't know anything about this. Yeah, he just showed me the trailer. I was like, this is some dumb shit.
I'm delighted by this.
I know. It's so
there's
good.
no way I'm gonna get it. I absolutely know there's no way I'm gonna get it.
Well,
but
Dead
I
by-
love that it exists. Oh man.
Well, I don't know, man, because Dead by Daylight is free to play,
Yeah.
which means Hooked on You might be free to play.
I still won't get
And
it.
if it's
Yeah.
free to play, man. I don't know.
So it's
I
a
might-
Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Yeah, don't you want
Yes.
to date this thick man right
Yeah,
here?
right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. and so
with
you're-
a skull for a
with a skull
face
for a
and
face.
bloody
yeah,
hands.
so yeah, you're going after the killers. You're trying to
Mhm.
hook up with them, which you all know. You get the joke there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
People
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
hook system.
Uh-huh.
It's
Hook,
just great.
get it.
But so they have
It's a joke. You
the
missed
trapper, who's him. That's the trapper. They got the
Huntress.
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 Huntress looking kind of banging. They got the
Spirit.
spirit.
Yeah.
And then who's the fourth one?
That's
Scott.
that's the
The goth. No, that's the spirit. Who's the fourth one, Scott? The wraith.
The Wraith.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was about to say, man, I just saw this.
Yeah, but
trailer.
still,
It just
the whole thing here is just watch.
blew my mind.
I think
Like-
this one might be for Wolf though.
Yeah. It was that was a surprise, man. I'm just like, what happened? It's like somebody saw La Diva and was. Did y'all play Grand Blue Fantasy at all?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, La Diva is like the sexiest beefcake lady.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally a dude.
La Diva.
La Diva.
That's good.
Oh no,
that's
she
real
bad.
good. Yeah.
She bad, dude. But yeah, it's like somebody saw that and saw how everyone's like pining for La Diva.
Mhm.
You know, it's just so funny. They're just like, you know what, we could do that.
Yeah.
These murderers.
Yeah.
Let's slap
You know,
one together.
I'm glad this exists.
I mean, the
This
art's
is just-
great.
Yeah.
it is
Fucking-
beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just frolicking on the beach with murderers.
What do they do when they're not murdering? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
They're
Hey,
looking
they
for
got
love.
lives
wash the
outside
blood
of
off.
They're
murder
looking for love.
in all the
In
wrong
all
places.
the wrong places at the resort. I wonder if they do. I wonder if like something can happen and you can like make the wrong decision and they just
And then they
murder
kill
you.
you.
I'm
that
sure.
no,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Right, there has to be that horror element in there. somewhere.
right. Uh huh.
Or maybe not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe it skirts up to the line where you think they're gonna kill you,
huh.
and
yeah.
then they just turn it on its head.
They go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go away.
They
It's
just
like,
go
hmm.
away. Yeah.
You see him in the
They
distance
pull
killing.
out,
You
they
see him
pull
in the
out a
distance.
knife, and what they're actually,
Yeah.
you think they're gonna stab you, but what they're actually doing is cooking you a nice meal. You know? Here's a bento box.
Or if they go and just start killing other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking back at you,
Uh-huh.
it's like,
These,
Yeah.
I was gonna kill
these
you.
kill you,
meatballs
but-
are really good. Hey, where's my friend Stan?
Right.
I haven't seen him in a few days.
Man,
Yeah. So
I'm about it. I'm about it.
here we are,
Hooked on you.
hooked on you.
Go
man.
check out the trailer, guys.
It's funny.
It's funny. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is finally getting the PS5, Xbox Series treatment.
And this is just like a patch. This is just an update.
Yeah, it's a free patch too. If you already have it, I imagine that they're also. This is what I was saying to you, that they're gonna release a physical version of like the next gen.
The updated.
Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't do that.
Right.
You know, but if you already own Witcher 3, or if you go get a physical copy of the PS4 version, then this is a free upgrade. So
Absolutely.
you know, that's the
Absolutely.
smart way to do it.
Yeah. One of my biggest gaming shames is that I've never played this game.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I never
Yes.
played through Witcher 3.
I've only
And
played
so-
about 10 hours of it, and I loved it a lot. But at the time, I was having performance issues on my computer, and
Mhm.
I've upgraded since then. But I've known about this, so I keep going like,
But yeah, might
I'll
as
just
well wait.
Yeah.
Might as
Yeah.
well wait. And so this might be the Man, you late.
Yes, KOF tonight. You late
You
ass.
are late.
Late ass.
You know what I'm saying? What you know about Southtown?
Mm-hmm.
Boy. Where's that? Is that next? No.
It's predictable.
Almost there. Almost there. So, yeah, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, we're going to have it by the end of the year.
End of the year. Yeah.
Let's go.
And that means I'll actually fucking play it. Unlike
Theoretically,
Cyberpunk.
man, this is too much.
I'll play it.
Yeah.
I'll definitely play it. I've been wanting to. This has been.
I'm drowning in
Yeah.
my backlog is just killing me right now.
You keep buying stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, look what he did.
No, it didn't.
How does that work?
I don't know, man. See, we got things to learn.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
We gotta get some
Did
animated
you spend bubbles?
Spin bubble.
100
Redeem
bubbles?
highlight my message. 100 bubbles.
100 bubbles. I didn't even want one bubble.
Oh.
So Norman Reedus was, jibber jabbering like he'd be doing, and he let it slip that there is. He just said it. Yeah, we were starting production on Death Stranding 2, and everybody's like, okay.
Yeah, because he was like in an interview, and they're just like, Death Stranding 1 was such a great experience. How'd you get it started? He was like, well, Guillermo del Toro just told me that about this guy named Hideo Kojima and told me to go meet with him. And I was just like, what? Well, why? He was just like, stop being a bitch. Go do it, And so he went to go do it, and it turned out to be this. He did. He just called him out. He's just like, go do it. He's like, okay. So he goes to do it. And he was like, it was just amazing. It wasn't like Pac-Man. This was way better than anything I'd ever seen. That's what he said.
That's what he said,
That's
dude.
what he said, man.
I love how many fucking actors go to that shit when they're making a reference.
Oh my
I remember playing the Pong.
Yeah, for real. And then he's just like, yeah, man, we just started on the second one. And they're like,
Cool.
And it's funny because the interviewer didn't push that.
Yeah.
They just started talking about everything because they understand.
Yeah.
Because, he comes from the film industry, right?
Yeah.
When they start a project, they can talk about it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The trailer's going to roll
Well,
in. You start hype buzzing back then.
Yeah.
Like with gaming, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to make some
because
progress.
it takes so long to make a game.
You know, things can happen. Things get canceled.
Exactly.
You don't want to set
that
the
shit
expectation too high.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's going to be like, ooh, Death Stranding 2 and get that hype up.
Yeah, now you got to deliver.
Yeah.
So you also saw that there were a lot of Silent Hill leaks. There were like 4 of them.
Yes. So it seems like
So many post-it notes.
we're at least getting 2 Silent Hill games.
One of them 4.
Right. But we're at least getting 2.
Yes.
There's at least
Silent Hill 2 remake is
and a
almost
modern
definite,
one.
and a modern one. Yes.
The other ones seem to be like, fuck, I don't know.
And then one of them is supposedly going to get like a PT style trailer.
Right.
And so, which I think is funny.
Silent Hill VR.
Silent Hill VR. I mean that's a no-brainer.
But I get it why they're
but
remaking
also
2.
it is Konami.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Doesn't it suck that they suck?
yeah.
Yeah, apparently they're revitalizing Castlevania as well. But I'm like, I just don't believe. I don't believe in you. I
Right.
don't know. They'll probably go for another 3D Castlevania if I had to guess. The Adventures of Gabriel.
Losers.
Yeah, they carry on with. Even though honestly, Lord of Shadows wasn't awful.
The first one was good.
The first one was good.
The second one had
That
good combat,
ending?
but
Bro, the first one, that ending,
Yeah.
that
great.
did it. That
Yep.
did it for me.
And guess what? I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, it's like okay, well, we've
Yeah.
done that before, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Soma was also.
I really liked Lament of Innocence, the one on PS2 that was really like Devil May Cry.
Yes.
I thought that was great when it came out.
Right.
So there's definitely some of the 3D ones. There was one on the Xbox too, that was a 3D one that was really good. I don't remember. Which that one
Rygar.
was.
I wonder. I wonder what they're gonna do. I would love to see a Rygar remastered.
Hell
man.
yeah.
That was really good.
Oh yeah, Getsu Fumiden. Yeah. I remember you showing me that. That shit's fucking dope. Yeah, I actually really want to get that.
I would love for Konami to redeem themselves.
Yeah, make another 2D.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really be mad that they were just trying to get money. I get it; it's expensive to do this shit.
Yeah,
and when you're in Japan, where gambling is huge.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Final Fantasy 14, that's a gambling game, dude.
Yeah.
That game is a gambling game with a storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the truth. It's like I can't hate on it. I can be mad because you took something away from me that I really, really wanted.
Yeah.
And you shat on a man who is just legendary. But outside of that,
and then proceeded to shoot yourself repeatedly in the foot.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
just blowing the toes off one.
And they're
by
going
one
like, you don't
by one.
understand how much that money that man cost us.
Exactly. Real.
He said, develop your own engine. It'll help out. He said.
Oh shit. You know, and so yeah, it'd be great to see them have a redemption arc, especially with not Eidos, what's the name of those fucking people, Ubisoft, and their fall. You know, they're potentially going to have to sell, and so there's room on the landscape. You know, this is a good time for Konami to show up. So.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Come
and
back,
regardless of
Konami.
anything,
What happens.
Silent Hill would sell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
It would sell. I'd buy it. I wouldn't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? New Silent Hill? Done.
Well, I got a question for Konami. Why haven't you re-released Hardcore Uprising?
Oh.
I mean,
wow.
It's
Okay.
a really simple question.
All right. Oh.
Just
because it's good.
come on.
Right. Because you want it.
You don't
'Cause
even
you
have to
want it.
do
Yeah.
anything. You just make it work.
It's a pachinko machine, man.
right
You got to go play the
Yeah.
pachinko.
That's right.
Come on. Anyway. Team
Ooh.
Southtown.
This should be the main topic.
Predictable.
Predictable.
I'll stain my hands with your blood.
And so, which I don't know. I think maybe I misquoted on that. I haven't actually seen that in the game. I played
You
with them
haven't?
for a little while. Yeah, I went ahead did a playthrough and put the ending up on my YouTube channel. So check that out if y'all just want to see the story of these three bastards.
Have you played with Billy?
I played with all three of them.
Ooh, Billy.
Ah, Billy. I think Billy's gonna be the biggest problem out of all.
I know.
Of them.
I knew it.
Of course,
Man, he
right?
makes
Yeah.
them
Oh yeah,
spin the wheel
he be
on you.
spinning the wheel. But you know, he's kind of unconventional to play with.
Yeah.
And so now, unfortunately, I
have to-
didn't have anybody to play with. You know, so I was playing against AI.
Yeah.
And you know, and it was late, and it was a lot of fun. Yamazaki, styling. Styling.
Yeah, he doesn't know about Yamazaki.
Nope.
Oh no!
Yeah, he doesn't know.
I'm sure
You
I'll
don't
learn
know about the
tonight.
maniac.
I'll learn tonight.
He'll wave his tongue at you.
That's
You know?
Oh, he does. Yeah.
You know,
Man.
yeah, and so, but they really brought him into the new generation, just with all of their personality intact,
And all the moves we want.
and all of the moves that we want, and some that you're not expecting. Like, you know, like even Yamazaki with his reflect, because you know
Yeah.
he actually
Oh, yeah, yeah.
absorbs fireballs and can send them back like, you know, super fast. That's magnificent. Like I said, Billy, and the man Geese. All these costumes are sick. But the biggest draw of all of this is that they have rebalanced the entire game.
Oh yeah.
So they've rebalanced
Yeah.
every single character. So
Yeah.
there are some characters that win, some characters that lose. Whip is way better than she's ever been before.
Yeah.
Benimaru, way faster, way better as well. Like,
That's a problem.
That is a problem. You know, King of Dinosaurs is looking a lot better now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Oh no, Robbie's gonna be super happy. His
Yeah.
whole team.
Got buffed.
Cronin got buffed. Fucking Rio got buffed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, his whole
Woken.
team. Yeah, dude. All of them. I'm mad, dude. I'm mad. My got nerfed. She got a slight buff, but then she got a pretty significant nerf.
Yeah.
And so that hurts me. I mean, it's really it's all over the place.
Did they make Andy better?
They did. Andy got a lot of buffs as well. Like Isla got like 2 pages worth of buffs. Like it's going to be a different experience tonight when we play.
Okay.
It's gonna
Cool.
be very, very different.
Cool.
And so I'm super stoked to actually have a chance to play with some folks.
Yeah, because it's gonna be anime fighters tonight. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna be playing some of this. We're gonna be playing some
Blaze
Blaze
Blue.
Blue,
Yeah, some
Central
Blaze Blue.
Fiction.
Yeah, Melting
We'll,
might slide
we'll
in there. Who
probably
knows?
we'll
Maybe
probably
melt.
melt at a
Maybe
certain
melt.
point.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
You know, it
You
just be like that. You
yeah,
know.
you know,
Yeah, and so.
melting is the palate cleanser.
Yeah, right.
It's the one you play at the end of the meal. Yeah.
For real.
It's like an after dinner mint.
Yeah, or like a sorbet.
Sorbet.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's kind of like
A little cucumber lime sorbet.
Oh, well, I mean, it's melty, so it's like a blood sorbet.
Blood.
but
Right,
Yeah, you know
uh-huh.
what?
And it's not frozen at all.
Blood orange.
Blood. Oh.
Okay, so we got trailers time.
Yeah,
trailers
here comes
time.
trailers. This has
Talk about
been
it.
hyped up for a while.
I mean, every
It
time I
looks
see it, I'm
great.
like, this looks cool. This
Dude,
looks like
well, yeah, 'cause
Studio
Studio
fucking
Mappa.
Right,
Yeah, I was about to
right.
say,
It looks wild
fucking
as fuck,
Mappa,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm about it.
The manga's been
Fucking
hyped up
Chainsaw
for
Man.
years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, just look at that.
they had a panel for the anime at the anime convention that we went to.
Oh, yeah.
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That we didn't sit through, but
Yeah,
it was
right.
there.
It was there.
Yeah.
And so it's been on the back of everybody's minds for a long time,
Oh, yeah.
and they're basically just keeping it freshly there.
Yeah.
We didn't get a date. It's coming soon, but it looks
No,
like it's
we
coming
got a
straight
trailer,
to
though.
yeah.
And it looks
like
hot
it's coming straight to
as
Crunchyroll too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is magnificent,
Mhm.
And I love how at the end of the trailer, because that trailer is shot so incredibly well. It's like really, really beautiful for the most part. Then you got some extreme violence, and then it's really beautiful again. And then in the background, like way in the background, you just hear a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's like, this is not good. And so,
I mean, as
it's gonna
far
be
as current
incredible.
chainsaw properties, I'm way more excited about this than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff.
Yeah,
Let me tell you that. You
that's
know.
true.
Yeah.
I'm right
In the
I'm
world
right
of
there with you.
chainsaws, this one's a little bit more.
Yeah. This looks hot. This got a trailer. Check it out.
Yep, check it out.
Moving on.
no.
She-Hulk.
Okay, so
There we go.
why are people pissed off about this? Why are people being?
Because it's a Marvel movie and there's a woman in it.
I don't
Yeah,
even know if
they,
it's
they,
that.
They bitch about that. Well, I think
Because
that
it's
the
She-Hulk.
CG,
Everybody loves She-Hulk.
the CG looks kind of weird.
It looks fine though.
Yeah,
It's
looks-
a TV
It
show.
looks fine,
Like,
but it still looks
like-
kind of weird. I feel like her head is a little bit too small.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like right here.
maybe
it
her
looks fine
shoulders
in
are
a-
just too big.
I mean,
Ah!
no, it's fine in a still image, but when it was
Yeah.
in motion, it's just like, oh, it's kind of weird.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I mean, of course, they can tighten all of that up, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I think people do like to bitch about a female lead. I think
Yeah.
that people, and I think people also, because Ruffalo's
But this
in
is-
it,
this-
I think people want Hulk. They
it's
don't
the
want,
fucking She-Hulk show.
yeah, but they don't. People want Hulk. What we need is Planet Hulk.
Dude, we've gotten Hulk in every fucking thing.
we haven't
up to this
gotten
point.
Planet Hulk.
Well, sure,
Well,
I could see that
they kinda
eventually
did
happening.
Planet Hulk in
Guardian,
Ragnarok.
right? Oh, well,
Yeah, they
kind
kinda
of
did.
Kind of.
Kind
You
of.
know, and
Nah.
they also kind of fucked up Planet Hulk to
Because
where you
this
couldn't
is
do
gonna
it
be
now.
because it's
Yeah.
She-Hulk. She-Hulk is naturally a more comedic character. She's more
She's
of a
wackier,
lighthearted-
dude.
Yeah, right. And so that's just
That's
it's a
I've
different
always
thing.
loved She-Hulk.
Me
because of
too,
that,
me
you
too.
know?
Well, I'm
wonder if they're
excited.
gonna
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I wonder if there's gonna be a lot of fourth wall breaking. I kind of doubt it.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I
But
don't think so.
She is going to be a super lawyer.
And then they have
trying to,
her
trying to
already,
date as Hulk.
yeah,
Did you see
dating,
her
carrying that
carrying
dude
that big old buff
who's like, oh, this is
motherfucker?
the best date I've ever been on. He's like, ooh. It's like, oh, should we get the queso? She's like, order that to go. You know, and it's like, all right. You know,
It's gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna play up the romantic comedy side of it more than we're thinking that they
Right.
would. Which you know,
the shit's gonna have to hit the fan, and when it
it's
does,
going
it's
to.
gonna
Yeah.
go down because
Yeah.
she's an incredibly powerful character.
uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
But I've always loved She-Hulk.
I'm like, look at your ass. I was like,
she's the
yeah, for real. You know,
Uh-huh.
she's like, your ass looks great. I'm like, it do.
Wow.
Oh man.
She's also
that's so
totally
good.
wearing an Avengers outfit here, by the way,
Uh-huh.
guys. So I mean, that's obviously telling something,
Foreshadowing.
right? You know, Hulk's got other shit he's got to do.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of cool with having these almost like just having the new MCU all tethered together and connected in such a way that you can have those kind of like one shots.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like that's
Agreed.
kind of how I felt about like No Way Home.
Yeah.
You know, it just kind of felt like a one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of things where you're like, okay, this would never really happen in the canon. It's like, yeah, but it's just happening right now. Don't
Yeah,
worry
right.
about
It's
that. You know what
fine.
I'm saying? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. You know, so it feels more like reading the comics
Oh yeah.
as a kid. You know what I'm saying? So
Because
I'm with
everything
it.
doesn't have to perfectly mesh well in this
No,
giant.
and-
Well,
and
you
you
don't
equate
even
to
really
this
have to
giant
follow
galactic
it,
battle.
especially with the good ones.
Yeah,
And
right.
You don't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
have to pay attention to all that shit because they're good stories by themselves.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
But you check out the trailer; it's good. And again, I'll say it: I want to see super lawyer friends. You know, I
Yeah.
want to see Matt
Super Lord
Murdock
Ryan. Yep.
hanging out.
Absolutely.
totally.
Mm-hmm.
Attorney
New season
along.
of
Yeah.
Westworld.
I have not watched any of this show.
Okay, see, I've only watched I watched some of the second season, but I watched all the first season, and I really loved the first season. It was great.
First season was amazing.
Mhm.
Second season was really, really good. The problem, Westworld has pacing issues real bad.
Yeah.
It can get really long and drawn out.
Mm-hmm.
But that being stated, season 1 phenomenal. Season 2 really good up to the end. Season 3, I just couldn't. I couldn't.
Yeah.
They brought in what's his name? Jesse Pinkman, Aaron Paul.
I saw that. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just really, we made a drinking game out of it.
Out
It
of
was
what,
like-
every time he says something stupid?
No, that was good too. Every time he squints his eyes against the sun. Every time. That's his shit, man. He just comes up out of nowhere, just and it just happens over and like.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it
That's
was really
funny.
hard to really attach myself to him being a part
Yeah.
of the storyline.
Yeah.
But so really, I don't have much.
Yeah.
Season 4 looks a little like they're ramping up the creepiness factor.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
that's
and
good.
so
Yeah.
right, and so that should be really, really interesting.
Well, I remember hearing people talk online how they were kind of disappointed that they kind of downplayed that in the past few seasons.
Right,
Yeah.
right, because the whole thing, you understand the premise of Westworld?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the movie years ago, but that's about all. But again, I haven't watched any of the show,
Right.
like at all.
Yeah, and so I mean the whole thing, like they have this kind of like an amusement park,
Yeah.
where you can go into, and they have all these like fake people running around.
Right.
Of course, they gain sentience, and then what's the difference between a person who has a
Yeah,
consciousness and
your typical AI story. for the most
Exactly,
part,
right? And so by the end of season 2, you actually get out of there. Season 3, we're back in the real world, and then the lines are blurred. And I don't know where they're going in season 4. If you're a Westworld fan, good for you. You get more Westworld.
Yeah.
Check out the trailer.
Cool.
I might try to finish 3 just to have an opinion on 4, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Hour-long episodes are already hard enough for me, and
Right.
I don't know. Aaron Paul isn't enough to save it. It's not enough, man. I saw
Old
Jesse,
squid
man.
face over
Well,
here.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. Jesse was done, man. I'm good with that.
Did you ever watch that Breaking Bad movie?
Yes, El Camino
I never watched it.
is very, very good.
Cool.
It's basically just Jesse Pinkman getting his comeuppance, man. It's like
Yeah,
after everything
good.
you went through, it's like okay, well,
Good.
yeah,
Man.
you know, and so.
Yeah.
because that dude got fucked on. It's so funny, like going back and like watching every once in a
Dude,
while.
I've been
I
watching
just,
Breaking Bad again.
Yeah.
I actually started watching it, and it's very weird to watch the beginning of it,
just
isn't
to
it?
see Walter.
Dude, because there's so many things Walter does, and you go, "Oh, you're
Oh,
a bastard," and I
yeah.
didn't realize it till way later.
Exactly,
You're a
man.
fucking bastard.
It's crazy. And then Jesse, man, he was like, they played him off to be like such a bad kid, whatever. The first time you watched it, it was like, oh, he's a big troublemaker. But when you
No,
go
he's
back,
such
just,
a sweetheart,
He's a
dude.
sweetheart. He's just dumb.
He's a good guy.
He just
and
makes
has
bad
bad
decisions.
friends.
Yes,
and fucking
absolutely. And Badger.
yeah, and
And
fucking
Badger.
Badger.
Yeah, I like
Badger's the
Badger.
shit,
I
yeah.
love Badger.
No, it's that's funny, man. Because I've been watching the beginning of that again,
They
and I
said to
was
get
like,
high. Yeah.
it just like
Uh-huh.
there's
It's gut wrenching. It's like
Walt
oh,
was
wow.
never a good guy. They just make you sympathize with him. That's
Right,
it.
'cause he
But
smiles every
Walt
once in a
was
while.
fucking never a good guy.
Right.
He was never a good guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And then watching Hank.
Ugh.
Oh,
Oh, man. Ooh, actually, Hank bothers me a lot. Just the shit that he does.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a whole different topic now,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move,
Yeah,
moving
that-
on.
that's worth talking about sometime. We should,
Ooh,
we should
this,
do that.
this, anyway, so what the fuck did I watch, man?
Oh,
Dude.
yeah, this.
Is this also a dating sim?
I don't know what the,
It's
well,
like it looks
RPG?
right
what
where
what,
you hook up with other jars.
the thing that I get out of this is that there are 2 other games in this.
Right,
series.
this is the
Right?
third
How
one.
the fuck?
Someone's been funding this.
Wow.
Someone's played 1 and 2.
This looks like it's a game for Robbie right here.
He was spending the
No.
entire time trying to kill it.
Yeah, I hate it. That's Robbie's.
Yes, there's a trailer for My Name is Mayo 3, and you play as a jar of mayonnaise, and you go on adventures.
I just
There's a shmup portion.
yeah,
Yes.
there's a part where
yeah.
he becomes a shooter,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I said to Scott, I was like, "Wow, I wasn't expecting that," and then I was like, "Was I expecting
What were
fucking
you
any of
What
this?"
were you
What-
expecting?
yeah,
Exactly.
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 That's what like clicked for me. It's just like, what were you expecting?
Not
That's
that.
actually more interesting
that.
than anything that we see here.
Is this the same developers as I Am Bread?
No.
Because I just figured, maybe they just have a whole shtick
Like
going on,
sandwich
right?
thing.
Uh-huh.
Like through line,
Yeah,
sandwich
right.
through
No,
line.
Yeah,
there's
you know?
another series like Jumping Taco and Jumping Sandwich. People like to make food games.
Yeah.
I think it's just like this weird little niche group of people who just
in the
like,
indie scene that think it's real
I
funny.
think it's really
Oh man,
funny.
there's some
you know,
inside
like,
joke that we're not
Yeah.
privy to.
yeah, you know, and I mean, my name is Brett, or I am Bread. It's hard as balls. Like, that's
super
a
hard.
very difficult game. Like, you know,
It's like a not fun Octodad.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Where the floor is lava.
Yep.
And so yeah, here's this.
Check
If you
out
needed
this
some
trailer.
just
Watch
mayo
this
to go with
fucking
your
trailer.
bread.
My
Here you
God.
go. You know, even though it looks way more fun than I am bread.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it still is just it's bizarre, surreal. I love this 70s looking shit going
Uh-huh.
on here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wanted to succeed.
That mayo was in love with some mustard. They took a couple's picture.
They're trying to make some fancy sauce.
They were. Oh, oh, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have a
Yes,
catch-up
man.
character, and there'll be a love triangle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Don't spoil anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Boys season 3.
Boys season 3.
All right,
Boys
so we're
season
getting
3,
closer.
right around the corner.
Yeah, which is super hype. Death Battle is actually doing for their Death Battle this week, Omni-Man versus what's his name, Homelander.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, totally.
Which is-
yeah.
Alright.
No, that's
Interesting.
solid.
Well, I think Omni-Man should wax him personally, but Homelander, they're really kind of playing into Homelander for this next season. You know, just kind of leaning into his character a little bit more because he's cracked. How current are y'all?
I'm caught up.
You're caught up.
I'm caught up. I haven't
the
watched
Boys?
Die
Yeah,
Hard.
yeah, I watched all of
Right,
it.
right. So
Uh-huh.
we all know about him and God, what was her
What's
name?
the Nazi girl?
Yeah.
yeah. What is her name?
Stormfront.
Stormfront.
Stormfront. Yeah, and all that and everything. How he split her wig, literally. You know. So he's a big he's cracked, man. And
Yeah.
then Billy Butcher's gonna be getting some powers.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they had that in the trailer.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy shit. Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's gonna get weird over there.
Yeah.
Like I am pro the boys.
Yeah, no, it's
Definitely.
good. It's really good. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So
Uh,
definitely check out this trailer. And watch seasons 1 and 2. I mean, you can easily binge it.
Well, there's one
Yeah.
that I did not put on here that I just realized.
Oh, the DreamWorks Dragons.
Well,
game?
no, not that one. Like I don't.
There's not much.
You
well,
vetoed
that's-
that one.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
more of a
vetoed it.
concept than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
because it is kind of. It made me think of Skylanders in a way.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what I said. I was just like Spyro.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. But you're actually
Yeah.
playing as a like all the DreamWorks dragons are
Uh-huh.
in this game.
Yeah.
And you play as one of the I don't know what they call the guys, but like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
One of his breed of dragons.
Yeah.
So you're going through, and who knows how you're gonna.
They're just
evolve as you go.
salamanders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But they're really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of look like cats. But yeah, man, it's like so. You know, if you got kids that
Yeah.
love those dragons,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
throw them
Uh-huh.
in. It looks like
Might be
it'll be.
fun.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
But no, I was gonna say this Obi-Wan show, man. It's coming out next week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Right around the corner.
Mhm,
Right
the
around the
27th. So yeah,
Hell yeah.
Dope.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited about that one.
Dude, let's go.
We got White Elephant.
Yeah.
Another movie in the line of Bruce Willis is trying to make money before he can't act any longer.
Right.
I saw him
Michael
say
Rooker,
some
though,
stuff. He said some stuff, and this actually looks like it's a decent movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Rooker's an asshole.
Oh yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
he's basically playing as Merle from The Walking Dead, almost
Oh,
the same character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's playing as Michael Rooker. I mean, that's what he does.
really,
right?
I was gonna say because that's no
Is that
different.
Malkovich?
That is
Yeah,
John
that's
fucking
John
Malkovich.
That's Malkovich.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a genius. That's the reason why. Like, I almost didn't when I saw Bruce Willis, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I got to Michael Rooker. I'm like,
You're like okay,
And then I got to John Malkovich,
It's
and I'm like,
like,
all right,
oh,
yep, I'm sold.
He ordered a Cobb salad.
That's good. Nice.
Did y'all ever watch Space Force?
No, I
Like,
still haven't watched
he
Space
is the
Force.
single best
Yeah.
part of Space Force.
Isn't he like the director or something? Or he's like
yes.
the
Yeah, he's
the
like
head
the-
of the whole thing.
Well, yeah, he is the scientist that's over Space
Okay,
Force
that's what it is.
itself.
Yeah.
But he's not
Uh-huh.
like the head. He still has to, bow down to the other people in the government who
Okay.
shit on
Yeah.
Space Force because it's Space Force, you know.
Yeah.
And so,
Shits on Space Force.
yeah, dude, but he is a gem.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be weird to see him being serious if he's gonna do that. I don't know if he's gonna do that.
Is this gonna be serious?
God,
I don't.
dude.
It's hard to tell because it
Yeah.
seems like Bruce wants it to be serious. It seems like Rooker wants it to be serious. Then they brought Malkovich, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I was about to say,
you
this
know,
is
like,
Dude.
not lining up.
you know,
So, yeah, well, whatever.
you know. But I mean,
Might
but
be-
it does. It
might
looks
be worth-
brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
might be entertaining.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does look brutal as shit, though.
Yeah,
I bet it'll
Rooker
be
was killing everybody.
a fine movie. I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
an okay movie. Did you
Yeah.
guys watch the remake of Death Wish?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Eli Roth remade Death Wish, guys.
When was this?
Maybe
It
2
was a
years
while-
ago.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, it's Bruce
I didn't
Willis.
watch it.
Yeah, maybe
Really?
3 years ago, actually. But yeah, it's Bruce Willis, Eli Roth remaking Death Wish.
Huh? How was it?
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's totally worth watching because it has some really good moments in it, and overall it's good. But it's kind of like Eli Roth making a wackier John Wick that doesn't have as good choreography.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I got you.
Yeah, because Eli loves that shit. Like, and then he shot him in the fucking head. Isn't that funny? Like that's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I saw John Heder on some talk show with John Malkovich, and he was doing an impression of John Malkovich to John Malkovich. He was like,
That's
"My name
funny.
is John Malkovich," you know, and he like does it to him, and John Malkovich goes, "I don't sound like that." And he was like,
Yeah. Yes, you do.
You're like, "Yeah, no, you sound
No,
exactly like
sound
that."
exactly like that.
Okay, so is this just about Jared Leto's cult?
How long you been saving that joke?
Since I saw this.
He had that one put away.
For real. Oh my God.
I slapped that one in the pocket.
Pretty much.
I was ready.
Pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And so.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, guys. That's
Yeah.
really what this is.
Yeah,
Just
it's
don't-
just a creepy ass fucking. Well, I'm just glad to see more horror, man.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah. We don't really know that much about this game.
No.
It just looks like it's got a vibe.
PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, PS5.
Yeah, looks creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all that they've given us.
It
So,
looks like it's some kind of getaway, mind expanding cult experience kind of thing, you know.
Midsummer-esque.
Yeah.
You
I
would-
mean,
well-
dude, seriously, Jared Leto. Like,
Jared, yeah.
I'm going to go right back. It's
and everything goes to shit. And so yeah, just check this trailer
Fire
out.
Fest.
And then
Um,
everything goes to Jared Leto.
And it does. It looks really solid. Like
Yeah.
their models are really really good.
Yep.
You know, the
Uh-huh.
environments look great.
Uh-huh.
The voice acting seems really really great. So I mean, there's a chance this might be a sleeper hit.
Crazy
So we'll
looking
see.
environments.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And so yeah, check out.
I
the
have
trailer
a
for
strong
The
feeling
Chant.
The Chant is going to be a $40 game.
Mm-hmm.
I have a strong feeling.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that we're at that. I mean, we've been talking about this for a little bit about the revolution of the way that
Monetization of games.
Oh no, I was talking about like Unreal Engine 5, for
Oh,
instance.
yeah.
This level of quality that even single A studios can make something that looks fucking brilliant,
Right.
but didn't cost them billions of dollars
Isn't
to
it
produce.
funny how like the way around high costs
Mhm.
is angles, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's like don't make
Absolutely.
the team any bigger. Don't bring on more producers and more engineers, animators.
No,
It's like just
don't brute force it. You got to
yeah,
work smarter.
Just work
about
smarter.
It. Uh-huh.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like okay, well here's this new tool set.
Mhm.
Go wild. It's free.
It is weird that we're at the era of game graphics where everything looks like a cutscene now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be hard to kind of separate the wheat from the chaff. Like eventually, it's gonna be, it's like God, everything looks great.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're also at a point, like for instance, with Horizon Forbidden West, right?
Right.
That game looks amazing. The cutscenes on the PS5 version are all rendered in engine.
Mm-hmm.
It's in front of you.
The, game
The way
looks
they did it on PS4 though is they just took those exact same rendered in-engine cutscenes
Mhm.
and they just made them pre-rendered
right.
so the PS4 could run them, because sometimes it shows a little bit too much area that would drop below 60 or whatever. So it's not any different looking.
Right.
They're just ensuring that it's running okay.
Exactly.
Like it's smart. It's just smart shit. Yeah.
angles.
Angles, baby.
So many angles.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Still Rising.
Yeah.
Looks
Whoa,
dope.
I didn't know anything about this.
It
Yeah.
looks sick as
Steel
fuck.
Rising. This is Aegis right here.
Yes.
And Aegis is the shit. Okay, she's a murder doll, and I don't mean that band. No, but yeah, like it's like this French Revolution automaton.
With
Yes.
androids,
Right.
robots.
Oh, I'm so about it. I'm so about it.
Yeah, it took me completely off guard when I watched
Yeah.
that trailer. Because, I mean, you see the name Steel Rising, and it's kind of a
I was-
boring, bland
right,
name. You
right.
know, I'm like, I don't
I was
really
expecting
care.
the president and the mech trying to save the world.
Right,
So,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. And click that trailer, and
Yeah.
I was just like, holy
Yeah.
shit. Got little elements
is
of
a yes.
Bioshock
Yeah.
or The Order a little bit. You know,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, totally.
And so, like, I'm playing this.
Right.
I'm playing it.
Alternate history kind of oddness. Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Yeah. Set in
Yeah,
like
little steampunk.
set in Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. During the French Revolution. Yeah. Well, but that's the thing. But the revolution doesn't have shit to do with the
With
like.
robots.
Well, no. It does have to do with robots. It doesn't have to do with the actual French
Actual French-
Revolution.
yeah, of
It's
course.
the own. Like, it's fucking dope. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Just learned about it. Love it. Go watch Steel Rising.
Watch
Go
that
watch the trailer.
Watch it.
Yeah, Scott.
I'm hype about this. So Urusei Yatsura is getting a reboot. It's a new show. I'm not 100% sure if it. I'm pretty sure it's a reboot of the
original?
Yeah. From like the 80s, but based on a Rumiko Takahashi manga. Is like the thing that set the standard for high school rom-coms going forward.
Yeah.
Lum, the little Oni girl you see floating in the poster, she's arguably the first ever waifu, you know. And this is
Which makes her legendary, by the
yeah,
way.
absolutely,
Absolutely.
yeah. I mean, legendary.
When did the original come out? Was it 80s?
It was 80s.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It was
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah.
You know, right before the Ranma 1/2
Oh, okay.
anime.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying when I first saw this. I was like, this looks very
Ranma.
Ranma.
The guy who did like go back and watch the show. It's really good. Like one of those like old school classic animes. But this is coming out in October, and looking forward to
Where
it.
can people watch it? Do we know?
I don't know yet.
No.
Don't know yet.
On the Crunch? It's gonna be on
Probably.
the Crunch.
Probably, man.
More than likely.
Crunchyroll is coming out swinging. So,
So
yeah, we shall see.
excited.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. This was a huge week for trailers. Like,
Totally.
there were a lot of trailers that, we cut out completely.
Oh, yeah.
You know? It's like there was just so many.
damn
God. So,
But
but
we're done with that now.
the
Now to the
land is
main
clad
events.
in deepest blue.
Thunderbolt
Shall we
Fantasy.
Thunderbolt
across the
Fantasy.
moon.
So this one's yours, Trey.
Huh? I mean, bro, just watch some Thunderbolt. Look, okay, so we're doing anime this month, and Thunderbolt was my pick. This is one of those things I've been trying to get these boys to watch for a minute. Thunderbolt is one of those hard sells, because of just simply because of what it is.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, a lot of people aren't really that open. It's like, okay,
Right.
well, I like my anime animated. Or it
Yeah.
does like it can look kind of goofy if you don't know what
It
to
can.
expect.
It can.
Because it's tongue in cheek. It doesn't take
Yeah.
itself super
Yeah.
seriously. But I dare you to get 10 minutes into the first episode and not be like, what is happening? The first
Yeah.
time that I watched it, I was just like, I couldn't tell what I was looking at for a minute, and then it
mean,
landed, and I was like, whoa.
It gets wild,
You
real
know?
fucking quick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
like,
Thunderbolt
off the bat.
Fantasy is a wuxia style,
Yeah, totally.
puppetry / anime hybrid from Gen the Butcher, because we know how Gen
He wrote it.
Urobuchi
He wrote it. I'm trying to. I'm
throws
looking up
down.
the director right now.
And so he actually traveled to Taiwan, and he saw a wuxia style, which wuxia is basically a swordsman who is traveling and helps the impoverished people, or he just banishes evil. That's what he does.
Yeah.
It's not anything deep. But he saw a puppet show, and he was like, I can do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
And so
Yeah.
he did. He ends up.
and at that time, man, I mean, that was after.
Madoka
Madoka and
Psychopaths.
Psychopaths. And those were huge.
They were massive.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, he
So
had
they
a
were
lot
just
of
like,
clout at that
Yeah,
point.
they're just like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can do
yeah.
whatever you
Just
want.
do what you want.
Do what you want.
And he's
like,
just like, I want to do puppets.
here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. 'Cause- so it's all hand puppetry, right? So they have
Yeah.
these, like giant puppets. Some of them are like 4 or 5 feet tall that you actually have to put your arms into, and then they choreograph them, right? All of the there are a lot of practical effects. There's also some CG, of course, but the CG is used to emphasize the practical effects. And so if you see someone with a bow staff, that bow staff is actually there. And through wire works, they're actually flipping that motherfucker around. When Kan Yun first shows up, and he just starts swinging that bow staff.
Is that Kai?
Say what?
Is that Kai?
Kai? Oh, I guess he is kind of Kai Kisuke. Yeah, he's more like Sin.
Nice.
I would put him more like Sin.
That's only because he has a spear.
Yeah, right. So when he's like flipping that thing around, he's going ham. The set design is also really, really worth noting, and almost like a character in the show itself, because they'll do like these close-up shots of like a foot in a puddle, and there's rain falling into that puddle, and all these things are created on a small scale,
totally.
and just through filming magic, of course, and them repeatedly filming each scene over and over. Like, it had to be so painstaking in order to create this.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you got to think they probably ended up, to get what they got out of it, they probably had multiple units set up.
They had multiple units, but what they did was, did you not watch episode 0? They actually have an episode that's dedicated to showing you how they did this
I didn't
shit.
see that.
Yeah. Watch episode 0, and they'll actually show you. I think it's only like 24 minutes.
Well, yeah.
But they'll show you. This is on Crunchyroll for anybody who wants to watch Thunderbolt Fantasy. I will say, discussing it with spoilers is not really that bad, because the truth of the matter is that the story can be weird to follow. Honestly, the dialogue goes very, very quickly,
It does.
and unfortunately, well, not really unfortunately, but the action is so fast that it can be very difficult to keep up with the action, because they're talking the whole time. So it's very difficult to keep up with the action while keeping up with the dialogue as well. And so I found that I would watch an episode once and just read, right? And then the second time, just look at it.
And that's where I ended up. Like, when the action scene happens, I was just like, I'm not even fucking with dialogue. I don't care. I'm watching this shit.
The swordplay is absolutely magnificent. The naming conventions are as cumbersome as you could ever hope for.
I don't know who anybody's name is.
I know Shangbu Huan. After that,
Juan?
Or something
it all depends.
I picked up on that.
Well, the problem is that due to the fact that they're using the pinyin. So Taiwan was once part of, it's been part of China, then it was part of Japan, then there's a civil war. Anyway, and so part of Taiwan is where like the rebels fled to, and some of them is the nationalists, and it's just fucking crazy. And then a lot of these names are still the Taiwanese names, but the same katakana that you would use for kanji has a different pronunciation in Japanese, and so the Japanese dub,
the way that they say it is nothing like the way
Not
the
at all.
written version is.
Because the written version is the Taiwanese version, while the spoken version is the Japanese version, and so it is mind-bending.
But isn't the Japanese version like it's they're saying it as though the way the Mandarin would be, though? Isn't it like that? Because I think there's another abstraction there.
Right,
I think there's
because like a lot of the Japanese language, like a century ago, came from this Mandarin language. Translated into Japanese. So these characters are similar, but have different pronunciations, which is what And so like Shangbu Huan, right? They call him Shofu Kan. And that's the pronunciation in Japanese, and so it can be very, very hard to follow, like who is who.
That was something that I never was able to pick up on.
Me either.
Was just like, okay, who's the name? I know.
But you know what you do? You give up on it, and you just go, this dude with the kick-ass this.
You
and you
just
go,
remember, you remember Shang
Reluctant
Huan,
hero.
You remember the enigmatic Gale.
Pretty thief.
The enigmatic Gale. You know what I'm saying? Like, they give you other names for all of them, because it's just like in samurai movies that everyone gets a title.
The screaming Phoenix killer.
What was what's the necromancer lady's other name? It's that shit's dope
she
too.
Is, the guy, man. I didn't have a chance to watch
that
this
shit's
past
dope
week.
too.
What's her name?
I think you got through the first season.
Did you make it? No, he was on episode 6.
Oh,
and that's the beginning of episode 6. So I got through 5 episodes.
No, it wasn't Dan. Dan died. I'm just gonna tell you, it's gonna be like.
Was Dan the old man with the scar?
Dan was the one who, he was the older brother of Dan Fei. Who ended up dying and passing on his martial arts to her.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why she always wants to fight people, because she's got
Okay.
Represent the family.
And she is a badass.
Not the Screaming Phoenix. What is the name?
I mean, all of them are fucking badasses.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
My man with the
every
bow.
single one. And that's
Yeah,
the
dude.
yeah, right. And that's the best part about this show. It's like your heroes are always legit. Like it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
matter if
Yeah.
they start fighting, they're gonna win.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's just it. Like you're never once thinking like, oh my god, are they gonna kill these guys? Like,
No.
nah. Like y'all are
The
fucked.
sword's out.
Yeah, right.
It's going in somebody.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
You know?
And
And you
it
got those
also-
like goon dudes just bouncing
Oh,
around.
my
like,
God.
Oh, dude, I love. They get so confused, man.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, every episode is going to give you the first half of the episode usually gives you some story, right? And the
Yeah.
story moves at a breakneck speed. Like, it,
Yeah,
it
but
really
I
doesn't-
also feel like when the action's not going on, it's not difficult to figure out what's happening.
right,
Like,
right.
they-
Well,
you know?
well, for season 1, it's just
Yeah.
all about them trying to get the 2 parts of the sword,
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
and you know, keep them away from the
They
demon
had to get
lord.
that magic leprechaun flute.
You know, well, it's the only way. Yeah, Fred came to help out. It's it's the only way to actually banish the demon king. You
Yeah.
can't actually
Yeah.
kill him, and so you want this sword, but the demon king himself also wants the
That was
sword.
awesome fucking design.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. And speaking of design, the costume design.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's my favorite thing about this.
Oh,
This is the
dude.
costume design.
Yeah,
Like
I would sit there and just
Absolutely.
look at like all the gems and jewels hanging off of
That
costumes.
one,
all
my
the-
man's got that earring.
Uh-huh. Bruh,
He's
bruh.
got the-
And every time my boy would just pop his hair around.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
man. Oh they all have hair metal hair.
Oh,
yeah,
it's great.
it's
absolutely.
It's weird to me because I
It's
kept
a
looking
bunch
at
of
it and
pretty
it
boys,
doesn't
man.
like
Uh-huh.
I mean
Everyone's
sure
gorgeous.
they look like anime
dude.
characters, but
Well,
they look like a hair metal band.
Look,
That's
dude,
what they
and
look
I
like.
told Trey
Yeah.
this. The first thing that popped into my head when
Yeah.
I'm watching this, and it's basically just the character designs.
Uh-huh.
Looking at it, that is some old Clamp fantasy shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Like
Yeah.
the Clamp manga
Yeah.
stuff, like specifically RG Vita.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
that's really not like plot progression or what
Yeah,
happens in
just
the
the
story,
look.
just the look of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Old
Yeah.
Clamp shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Clamp.
Clamp.
I can't find this woman's name for the life of me. Anyway, yeah, but it can be difficult to follow people's names. The storyline is very, very simple for season 1. So you have our princess in distress who inherited the hilt of this sacred sword, and she's trying to keep it away from these bad guys who want to get it from her.
Yeah, Demon Lord's coming after her.
Right, exactly. So she ends up running into a vagrant who's stealing an umbrella from a statue, and so that is our protagonist.
Yeah,
that is
that's
Shang
pretty
Bu
funny.
Huang.
Yeah.
That
It's like
motherfucker.
that statue's made out of stone.
Yeah,
if
he
it was
doesn't
made out of
need it.
wood, then maybe.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm just borrowing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stealing it, I'm borrowing it.
And
He
of
takes
course,
it.
Pretty Thief, or well, you don't know he's a thief at the time. He's just Pretty Boy with a pipe.
Yes,
you know?
yes. Well, that's the
And
enigmatic
he's just
Gale.
like, then you better pay it forward.
Uh huh.
You know?
Exactly. So he shows up, and of course they're agreeing to travel with her. So she's basically traveling with bandits and thieves.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do.
A motley crew.
Because she's being initially she's being attacked by okay, whatever. She's traveling with them, ends up getting attacked by all these bad guys, right? And so they fuck around and find out that Shang Bu Huang is the shit.
Oh, yeah.
He is a G, and so he starts going to work, and we get to see one of the most epic self-decapitation scenes
Oh yeah, that was
ever.
crazy. That was crazy.
Dude throws he's about to lose and lose to Shang. He throws his sword up in the air. It comes down, stabs him in the neck, and then he uses his own momentum to spin himself
spin himself,
around,
yeah.
which then propels his head. It
Up.
uses,
Yeah.
It decapitates him, and the spinning blade propels his head up into the air, where this demon bird comes and takes
Yeah,
it, and
and-
takes it to the demon king.
Yeah.
And basically his head uses the demon king uses his head as a projector
Yeah.
to see the name of the person who killed him.
That's how you do it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like in
Bruh.
Wild Wild West.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
And that was the
Last thing
plan.
you saw.
That was
That's
the plan. He was just
You
like,
wonder
all
why
right,
we
well,
call Gin the Butcher. You know?
yeah, like really, this
Some
is
Earl Butcher
definitely
shit.
it's definitely one of the most violent films out there. Dismemberments
be.
are aplenty.
Oh yeah. Anytime somebody's fighting,
with
there is
puppets?
blood. Yeah.
I mean, definitely with puppets, but I think if these were with human actors, people would be like, oh,
I mean, it'd
You
be
know?
like Ninja Assassin.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be like.
they ain't doing
They,
that.
ain't
they
doing that.
fucking
They ain't
shit
doing
flying
that.
all over the place.
Ain't nobody use a sword as propeller to launch a head head up into the air like that. That was crazy. That
It
was crazy.
was,
One
yeah.
dude's back is blown out.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you know, like
Boom.
boom.
Pull your back out.
It's gruesome in there, but it's also compounded
Yeah.
by the fact that you're seeing physical objects, you know,
Yeah.
acting these things out. And so, but yeah, the story for season 1 is really pretty cut and dry, you know, so you end up running into
I mean,
Kanye.
it's very simple, and I think I did read something where Gin was just like, I wanted to write a simple story.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
season
I
1, that's the whole
yeah.
point of it. It's just like, you know, because you think
Very-
about it, like,
yeah.
from a technical aspect, your hurdles are already tall enough,
yeah,
right?
so many variables.
Yeah, right. Like
So
there's
many things that
much-
could go wrong at any time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And having everyone, you know, just you have to be on point when you're filming something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because any little inconsistency
Yeah.
is going to be glaring. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, why not write a paper thin storyline?
It's also got to be difficult because I'm sure stuff breaks a lot.
Right,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Just, you know,
well, you have to make like, you know, at least 2, 3 of
multiples
everything.
of everything.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
everything.
easily.
And
Yeah.
each one of those hands that you see, there are multiples of those. You know, some
Well,
of
it
them
seemed
are
like they were
actually
doing
like
something
gloves.
funny.
Yeah, they have. Well, it's called glove puppetry.
I didn't like that at all.
That's what all those
Yeah.
are. Is glove puppetry. So sometimes if you have a close up of a hand, then they actually made a puppet that they
Yeah.
put their hand into, and then actually bend
Yeah.
their hand.
It's so weird looking.
Right, and
Yeah.
so it is. It's a little
Yeah.
jarring.
Some
until
of it
you-
can be off-putting.
Yeah,
Right.
until you really
Yeah.
get into the style.
Right,
And then
yeah.
as we progress through seasons and they have more of a budget, then
Okay.
once again it just starts to ramp up.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, these guys are really, really impressive. Even as far as their sound design,
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's magnificent.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
that's like I said, the music's awesome.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
think that the
eerie
sound design
sound
was
on
really
it.
good, and I also like although you know, of course, reading subs, I still liked the delivery of a lot of the dialogue.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
it was
Some of
fucking
the
great.
shit's funny
It's
as
very
fuck.
funny.
It's hilarious.
Well,
It is. It's a really funny show.
Like,
right.
my
right.
favorite
Yeah.
thing in this whole show is when he's main dude
Shang
Vag-
Bruja?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's fighting the golem,
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're
the
all
golem
just
was
sitting
probably
up
the
there on the cliff, and he's the like pretty thief is just like, hey, it looks like he's reacting to your movements, so like don't come near us. In fact, go the other way. Like,
Yeah, the enigmatic Gale, and I
Get
mean
me
with
on the
him,
fucking
because it's
floor.
always hard to tell. Like he's so well written as a character,
Oh,
because
it's
you can never
wonderful.
tell. He's a bastard. He's a complete
Yeah,
he's a
bastard,
bastard.
but
He's
he's
totally
not
a
a bad
bastard.
guy.
No.
He's like, well,
Just
he,
a bastard.
he just
He's a
like-
smooth
magnificent
bastard.
everything
That's
that
right.
he does, he just does for his own amusement.
Yeah.
And he's like,
'Cause
you
he
find
thought it was
out
funny.
that he's a bad motherfucker,
Yeah.
but it's too easy for him to kill people.
Yeah.
So he'd rather put somebody else in a situation where they have to figure out how to kill somebody. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And he will double cross you. You know,
Yeah.
like he
that
double
shit played him in the
crossed
ass by the end. though.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the funniest thing about his character, man, is like sometimes you don't even realize that he's a part of the fight
Right.
until you like go back and rewatch it. It's like, okay, there'll be a fight, and then next thing you know, you'll see smoke. just kinda
Yeah,
drift in,
yeah.
Right, and
Uh-huh.
it's just like, okay, yeah,
Making 'em all
background effect,
hallucinate.
whatever. Yeah, but that's actually him, you know, and he's manipulating people's minds
Yeah.
by using his, you know, dank.
Because what was the part where he's fighting the one guy and the dude rips up the patio furniture basically?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like because he
Yeah.
made him trip.
Yeah.
Like that scene was pretty cool to me. That like they kept fighting in their mind because
Uh-huh.
it was
Yeah.
throwing me off. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
Got a mind
Gale,
fight
baby.
going.
right, you
Yeah.
keep
Gale.
seeing it happen, and then you're like, oh, none of this is real. It's all just
Yeah, he's just
yeah.
fucking with everybody,
Uh-huh.
you know, and that's why I think like he's such a cleverly written character, because the only thing that he finds enjoyment in is killing other bastards, killing worse bastards than himself.
yeah.
You know,
Or
and
at
so
least
or
fucking with
leading
them,
people
yeah.
to killing that bastard.
Yeah.
But it also comes to be that he's just an absolute genius.
Yeah.
You know, like what is it? Anything he sees once, he can replicate. Like he can just fabricate.
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
he
you
just
can
make it.
make forgeries of
Yeah.
like just
Oh.
anything he sees.
Mhm.
Because he ends up making a forgery of the hilt that the girl's carrying.
Yeah, and he
around,
gives
and
it to
then
the
swaps
villain.
it, Yeah,
Yeah, you know, and everybody's like, "You motherfucker, we trusted you."
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just like, well, fuck you.
yeah,
what?
because he ends up betraying because he's actually trying to steal the sword itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he ends up it's revealed that he's a thief, and he kind of, once he found out about the hilts and the sword and everything, he kind of put all of this together so he could infiltrate the Demon Lord's lair.
Yes.
You know, the Seven Sins Tower or whatever, and steal the sword.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, man, and then like when we have that that final showdown, which lasts for one hit,
Yeah.
that
And
dude, then you find out about Shang Bu Huan,
yeah.
and you find out that Shang Bu Huan is the man, like
Mm-hmm.
the man. They end up picking up his sword. Come to find out, it was just a stick.
It's
a
wood.
stick. It's a
a
wooden
wooden
stick.
sword.
The edgeless blade.
I love that
That's
name,
what they call him,
dude.
the edgeless blade.
Edgeless blade.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so he just painted it silver so it looked like a sword.
Yeah.
He's too strong with
And
the
they're
sword.
sitting there looking at his sword while he's fighting other dudes, and he just dropped his sword and picked up a stick. It was just like, I haven't been cutting anybody.
Yeah.
I've just, as some dude gets his back blown out.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He just,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So-
And so, but it
He's a
turns out
badass.
that he's like, he gets a hold of that sword. They end up putting the sword back together. He's been carrying around a scroll called the Sorcerer's Scroll,
Yeah.
Sorcerer's Sword Index. And it
Yeah.
has 37 different magical blades that he has been going around the world collecting,
So he's
just to
Gilgamesh.
keeping out of pretty much
Essentially, yeah.
yeah. Just keeping those swords out of the hands of anybody
Yeah.
else. Right?
And he
Because
can
they're,
pull him out when he wants to, like the final
But he made a
blow.
vow to never do
He did-
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And so, but he ended up having to do it at the
Well,
end.
because he got the demon god, that fucking eldritch horror that came out of the ground.
Exactly. And
So
he
what,
was
does
just
he
like,
have that Final Fantasy 15
Kind
thing
of.
going on?
kind of, but
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a struggle.
Oh, yeah.
No.
No, I mean
No,
him
the
pulling
chi-
the blades out.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
that Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 15
Yeah.
thing.
The
dude.
skull mantis went down in like one hit.
Yes,
Oh, Jesus.
that was
It
it,
was
dude.
like-
that was it. He just rolls the scroll out. And it's like,
Yeah.
nah, pig.
This
that
one. Yeah. And then, whoo, put that demon back in the ground.
It's so
Damn.
sick, man. It's so sick. It's a weird one to discuss, because a lot of it is very, is very visual.
Yeah.
A lot of the joy of the show is really experiencing it for yourself and
Yeah.
just seeing this unique breed of anime because
Yeah.
I still squarely put that in the anime category.
I see
Oh, yeah,
why.
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
totally see why.
Yeah, dude. Like,
But I also see why some people wouldn't.
I don't
So-
see very many people who don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I look for that specifically.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because it's more, instead of being a puppet show, it is more of an anime.
Yeah.
Than it is like a puppet. It's an anime made with puppets.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
a puppet show trying to be an anime.
Right.
And so,
Okay.
I don't. Every review that I look at, which there's some shitty reviews out there, man, but everyone's excited about the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But in most cases, people are like, I didn't really want to watch it, and then I started watching it, and then I was like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
And just due to the pacing of the show, because like in every episode, you're getting progression. You're
Yeah.
getting a lot of progression.
Yeah, it
Sometimes
is. It
it's
does
through,
move. It does move at a
Sometimes
clip.
it's through like rapid fire dialogue,
Yeah.
and then you get, at the end of every episode, you're gonna get that the land was clad in deepest blue, and there's gonna be a badass fight scene for you to
Yeah.
enjoy. That's how it
Yeah.
goes, man.
Whoa,
The beginning,
whoa,
whoa. It's gonna be that way every time. But they also know how to have a cliffhanger that
Oh, yeah,
leaves you
totally.
feeling
They cliffhanger
satisfied,
every time,
but
don't they?
definitely wanting more.
Yeah.
And so they know
Next time
when
on
to
Dragon
cut
Ball
it.
Z.
They do. They know
Yeah.
when to cut it. And then you're like, fuck. Now I gotta figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
And then like the whole scene with Kanyun's brother, the archer.
Yeah.
Well, not an archer. And when he comes out and Kanyun sees him, and Kanyun's like, God damn it, my brother's here. Because that's the problem. His brother never lets him fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if his brother's on the scene,
He just
kills
shoots everybody up real
Yeah.
quick.
And
Yeah.
apparently he can like predict where people are gonna be well before they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he
it's
says
a-
because he has one eye, he doesn't have depth perception, so he's more accurate than anyone else. Whatever.
Yeah.
But
How's that
yeah,
work?
he sees his. Hey, don't
Anime.
worry about it. Magic.
Yeah,
Man.
magic.
There's magic in this world. Don't
A
worry about it.
wizard did it.
Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that scene where God, I meant to write down all these names because they're weird, and there are two of them, 2 or 3 for every character. But he sees his brother, and he just lays down. He tells everybody, he's like, yeah, y'all just sit down, man. You're just gonna get in his way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like seriously. He lays down and starts taking a nap.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, all right, he's gonna handle everybody.
gonna-
The demon necromancer lady. There was one scene in particular when they're on the boat.
Yeah, she has a cool name.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But they're on the boat, and of course, Spear guy runs ahead. He runs on the water
Yes.
to get to a battle.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh,
know,
Jesus.
and they're like, "So you're just gonna let him do this by himself?" And then the demon lady's like, well, we're kind of still far out. My spells won't reach them. And so what she does is she pulls out all of these, like, those pieces of paper that you see, like, Shinto priests,
talismans.
Talismans and stuff. She pulls out a bunch of those, does a little dance. It's fucking beautiful. And then throws them up in the air. And then Arrow Dude shoots arrows at the talismans and shoots them into the dead bodies of the people on the shore, and which raises them
from
up,
the dead.
as an army.
Nice.
And it's like, this is incredible.
It's
like,
crazy. It's so crazy, man. I'm telling you, it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier.
Ramps up real well.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know where her name is because it's such a clusterfuck in here. Just trying to find anybody's names. Yeah, it's just
You ain't got a wiki.
that's literally what I'm looking at. Seriously, because everybody's got. There's Yi Piao Meow. I like Yi Piao Meow. Piao Meow.
Yeah, meow.
Oh, Piao Meow. I'm trying to find her alias. Oh well, whatever. But definitely, check the show out because like it's one of those hidden treasures that a lot of people aren't talking about.
This is the only place that you can get this from.
Oh,
this is
Crunchyroll.
an incredibly unique experience.
Oh, yes,
Absolutely.
very
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
very
totally.
true. Yeah. Like there's nothing else like it.
There's nothing else like it.
Yeah, nowhere near it. Which is why I was like, okay, anime. This is the only chance I have to force these boys because I want your opinions, man. Like
absolutely.
it's really. I was very impressed. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
A friend of mine showed it to me, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this shit. And then I started watching that shit. And now I love that shit, and I will watch it.
I'm definitely
anytime,
going
any
to
day.
continue watching it.
Yeah.
I will be caught up by the end of the week.
So what made you stop?
I'm not feeling it, man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't feel it. I get it. I
Mhm.
think it's cool. I'm not saying it's a bad show,
Uh-huh.
but it is not for me.
Right.
It is
I get
not
it.
for me. Yeah.
I did find it really hard because the names are so wonky and like I
That-
did find
that-
it kind of.
that I
I did
got past
actually
real
kind of
quick.
find it hard to connect
Yeah.
with the characters on certain levels.
Oh, see, I
Because
think the
of that.
characters are cool.
Yeah.
Let me see. How do I really feel about this? It feels like Anime Team America a lot of the time to me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
And I think it's
Yeah, I
too,
mean they do that shit.
they,
Yeah.
they do this. They're gonna
Oh,
go
dude,
wacky.
I mean,
See some behind the scenes, they just throw in the fucking.
Yeah, man. I mean, because it is. It's like it goes from being like super dark and violent and just brutal to just being silly sometimes.
to
man.
be
like,
so silly,
but
almost to
that's
the point where
anime.
this isn't that kind of silly to me. This to me isn't the kind of silly where I'm laughing with it. I feel like I'm laughing at it, and I think that was part of the problem I had. Is that I was more going, oh god, look at the way that puppet's moving. Oh god, or shit like that, or like. I hate every time they show their feet.
Oh yeah.
I hate every time that they do
shift them around. And stuff.
I hate it so much. I hate every time that they show the puppet hand thing.
The
I'm like,
finger, the hands were kind of weird.
and then anytime they do CG made me feel sick inside.
Oh,
like I was like,
that happens very limited. That rock monster was ugly.
it was
That
so
rock
bad,
monster
dude.
was
Also,
ugly.
why is this? It's
the-
like 30 frames a second, but it feels like it's interpolated at 60 because everything feels
You got to get to season 2, bro.
way too smooth.
Like,
yeah, but if I got to
there
get
was
to
one-
season 2
there was
before it hooks me,
one-
I'm already
well,
done.
Hold on. There was
know?
one. Well, it's also something very new and very different. But there was
Sure.
one reviewer that was, just reading their shit,
Yeah.
and they were like, some people should probably watch the last 3 episodes of the first season and just skip straight to season 2. You know?
Okay.
And so, like, he actually said that, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? That's actually very, very true. Because I feel
that
like,
makes a lot of
of the first half of the first season,
It can drag.
it feels like a pitch.
Right.
It feels more
Yeah,
like it might
it
be a
does.
pitch than
it does
anything
feel like a
else.
pitch. Yeah,
Right.
it feels like a concept that
But
they're
I think
working
by
on.
the time they
Yeah.
get to the Seven Sins Tower,
Yeah.
it really picks up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like
Okay.
everything was kind of them experimenting. And you got to think about it like they were experimenting.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
totally.
That's what
Uh-huh.
it was. It's all experimentation. Hey, what works? What doesn't work? How can we do this? How can we do this better? Oh shit, we've got a deadline. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so they're doing their thing. And
Man, just throw the puppet.
just throw the damn puppet. You know what I'm saying? Like I worked on that for hours.
You can,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
can absolutely see that some of the times that's what they're doing.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
they do it.
Or sometimes it's like somebody must have just flicked that stick and let it just,
Uh-huh,
you know.
for real, dude. It'll be spinning, you know, or they put a wire like around their waist and they just spun them, you know, like whatever. But that's the kind of thing that kind of excites me personally.
I can
it's
see
like,
it. Yeah.
dude, that's why, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like y'all.
No, there's
y'all
a bunch of
committed to
craftsmanship
this?
that went into this,
Well,
and I'm
that's
not.
really why
I'm
I
not at
wanted you
all
to see it
right,
more than
and I'm not
anything
denying
else.
that by any means. I
Right.
think that the costume design's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I love a lot of little things. I hate their bottom lip. I hate
Oh,
their
wow.
bottom
Yeah,
lip
that's a little
so
bit
much.
weird,
I wish
yeah.
they'd given them some. Well, not only
Well,
that,
they're
but like.
marionettes, man.
Yeah, but it only moves some of the time. Like it's like they just kind of pick and choose when they feel like moving that
Well,
bottom
I
lip.
think
and,
also
you
if
know,
you listen
like-
to the Taiwanese dub, it would probably match better.
Jesus.
You
Okay.
gotta remember this is Taiwanese, and we're listening to the Japanese dub. It's the same thing you deal
Yeah.
with when you're listening to an English dub to a Japanese
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
You know? It's the same
Yeah.
shit. But I think that's also kind of intentional. It's part of it, right?
I still hate
because
that
it's
bottom
still
lip.
it's
It doesn't
still
matter
a
what language it's
throwback
in.
to like
Thunderbirds.
those wuxia style. Yes, Thunderbirds. That too. That's
Yeah.
but those wuxia style, Chinese cinema.
And it feels like that a lot.
Yeah.
It also feels to me like, have you guys ever watched like, not, I don't mean like Bollywood movies, but the Indian like action epic kind of movies?
I
It's
don't think
very
it's that silly, but
To me, that's where my shit
it's
went.
silly,
yeah.
but I don't know
Yeah.
if it's that silly. Those guys be like,
Like
you
it-
know,
Yeah.
you one pee touch.
Right.
Sorry, that was a line. I'm sorry. That's a quote. Yeah. I mean, and so I can see it, man. And like I said, it was a challenge for me at first too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But over time, it really the charm sunk in, and it became a permanent fixture in my life, and to the point that I've been looking for, like, I want an enigmatic Gale doll. Like, I would love to have one of those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, dude's a G.
Yeah.
dude.
And I can't wait to hear what you think about, like, you know, the other stories.
seasons.
Yeah, you know, because in this one you said the Screaming Phoenix Killer was in there. That's the redhead.
No. He's black. He's a
that's
super
the villain.
swordsman.
Is that the super villain?
He's the guy with the flute.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
And the
okay.
and the
I haven't watched
rhinestones at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
open that
weird,
shirt.
like-
Yeah. I wasn't able to rewatch
he's got
it.
on his face.
Yeah,
or
he's got
whatever.
the Tyson tattoo, the Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
yes, that bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a character. He wears all red, so you'll know him when you see him. I can't wait to see how you react to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean, I'm definitely
He's
going to
something-
continue
something
watching.
Special, man.
Yeah.
He's something special because they just get better and better and better at this thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I highly recommend it to anybody who wants to
Absolutely.
see something
I-
very, very unique. Very
I definitely.
different. If you like
I'm on the same
action,
page with you here. You should check it out. It
Right.
doesn't matter who you are. You should watch this, see if it is for you,
Uh-huh.
because it's very specific, and nothing else is doing this.
Right.
Nothing else is.
Yeah,
doing this.
and you can see immediately why no one else would do this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, like really, I'm serious, man. The set design by itself blows me away.
The set and
if you-
costumes.
and
really.
again,
yeah.
if Urobuchi Gin didn't have the clout that he did at the time,
Yeah.
this
Oh, it would've
probably
never
would have
gotten made.
never been made.
It would have never
Yeah.
gotten made. Man.
Absolutely not.
You know, and it's way better than Team America World Police as far as the puppetry goes.
Sometimes.
That puppetry is that puppetry is still way. Well, if it's not, it's intentional. You know, that's the thing, man. It makes fun of itself as much as it tries to
It
express
definitely
its
has
story.
its tongue in its cheek.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
firmly. You know, and so because it's all about that cheesy old kung fu movies, man. That's
It
what
also
all
makes me
about.
think of like like Kamen Rider or like like that kind
Ultraman.
of yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
but that's
Oh, yeah.
intentional. That's the
Right,
point.
right, but that's my whole point is that that's just not my thing. So it's not that I'm saying that's bad.
Right,
It's
yeah.
just not
Not for
my
you.
thing. That's
Yeah,
all.
I got
That's
you.
all.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Understand?
Because
Heard
I
that.
definitely appreciate a lot about this show.
Right.
It's fucking hot. And then every time that opening comes on, I'm like,
Oh yeah,
"Ooh."
Dude,
Like,
that's
That
one of those
OP is
OPs that
fire.
I've never skipped.
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Not once, man. Like every time it hits, I'm just like, all right.
Yep.
And I mean, it's so high tempo
Yeah,
too. It's just
totally.
like, oh shit.
It's
Like,
pumping.
It's action time.
Pumping.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that was
Thunderbolt Fantasy.
Thunderbolt
check it out,
Fantasy,
guys.
man.
It's
Yeah.
definitely worth your
So
time.
can you
Scope
explain
it.
what's going on with the season structure? Because it looked like it's fucking weird. Like it looks like there's a whole
Yeah.
first season, a whole second season.
What they did was they have a whole first season, 13 episodes, and then you're gonna have a movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the movie is broken up into 2 stories.
Okay.
So the first half of the movie is one story. The second half of the movie is another story.
Okay.
And then you've got the second actual season, another 13 episodes, and then you got the third season, 13 episodes, and then there's another movie that they put under season 4. Now, the real issue here is that second movie actually came out before season 3.
Oh.
And so, yeah, they're just doing whatever the
Okay.
fuck they want, because the movies really, you can take the second movie out of order and you'll be fine.
Okay. Side story stuff.
Yeah, but it's still canon.
Okay.
All of it's still canon,
Okay.
but side stories. But that first movie, you really need to watch that before you watch season 2.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
it introduces a
Okay.
character, the one that I'm referencing,
Yeah.
that you definitely need to know about, because there's some shit. There's some shit. And I'm telling you, man, and there's so many twists and turns and crosses and double crosses and, false alliances, and it's just...
Oh yeah.
It gets twisted in there, but it's like I said, it can be kind of hard to keep up. There are times when it's just like, Jesus, just let me pause and read all this shit,
Right.
and be like, okay, all right, I kind of get what's happening, and you still miss something.
Yeah. They do speak very quickly.
Yeah,
there's a
those
bunch of
subtitles do
information
go
popping
really
up on
fucking fast.
screen. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, like 4 or 5 lines of text.
And you're like,
Yeah.
ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Woof.
And
But-
even during fast-paced action.
Yeah, totally.
They're sitting there explaining their attacks and all that kind of shit.
God, that was literally killing me when I'm like, I just want to watch it. I don't want to. You don't have to explain it to
we'll
me.
watch it. You don't have to read that
Yeah.
shit. You don't have to know.
That's what ended up happening. Is I just stopped reading what they were saying. and
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
watched
that's
the
what I
action.
ended up doing.
That's what I
Yeah.
said, man. I watched that shit twice. But yeah, definitely give it a shot. See if it's for you.
Give it a shot. Totally.
And if it is for you, tell a friend, because
Absolutely.
once again, this is anime's best kept secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the secret needs
It's a
to come
whole
out.
new world right here.
Don't you dare close your eyes, because you will miss something.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anything else?
I
It's
mean,
good.
no. That's if we're just talking about season 1, you can't really go very far with
Much
it. That's such
further,
a
yeah.
straight line.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Maybe we can revisit one of the movies or one of the future seasons
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
Later
because
on.
I love to have
Sit
those
down more.
conversations
Hell
with you
yeah.
guys at some
Absolutely.
point. But no, watch Thunderbolt.
Yeah,
Watch
check it out.
Yeah.
Check that shit out.
Well, thank you guys so much for the follows and we got our
And the
first
bubbles.
subscription and the bubbles and being in the chat. Check us out. We're here every Saturday. We'll be playing some
who's that up
games
top?
later tonight in
Who's
the
that following?
game.
Oh, that's Moth and Wolf.
Oh.
They
Yeah,
gave us
yeah,
a
yeah.
Oh,
subscribe.
okay. I thought it was
dude.
another
Yeah,
follow.
we got our
I
first
see.
subscribe.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
dollar's for.
Well, yeah. I just saw on the main
Yeah.
mini feed. I thought it was a follow thing.
Right.
So never mind. That's
Thank
my
you
bad. I
guys
can't read.
so much for your support.
Love you guys.
Come back later tonight. We'll be jamming on some fighters.
For sure.
And check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and anywhere else you like to listen to podcasts. And we will be back next week for the last week of anime.
Which we don't know what we're doing yet.
I have a few suggestions, and we'll
Okay.
talk about
Alright.
that once we're off. But anyways, thank you guys so
Love
much.
you
We'll
guys.
see you later tonight and next Saturday, and goodbye.
Bye bye.
Peace.